now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She live up in the hills, she gotta pay her bills. She got an attitude on God, that's why she taking pills. She got her OnlyFans, don't judge when you a fan. Designer on demand, life's hard without a plan. She in the hills, she in LA, if you got drugs, pass it away. She want the bands up in the safe, she wanna know where she can say everything she wanted, lifestyle on point, and try to fall in love when she's so private and so boring. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She only call me late night when I'm drifting away. I sent a double text and all she said was okay. Don't care about no one's feelings, she only wanna check. She went and turned into a fucking money maniac. Lil' shawty bougie, but then she bad. And if she only cared, I'd be the best she's ever fucking had. I wanna ride, hop on a wave, jump on a flight, shawty, let's ride. And if you let me rock this evening, we gon' spend it on the weekend, yeah. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans.
What's going on, guys? AMC Vigilante here. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today we have a special stream, guys. And excuse me, I'm very, very tired, and I didn't sleep very well, so my eyes are red. Apologize. You know what's going on, guys. We got a very special guest today, coming in with just above a green day today. We still pushed ahead. We did pretty good. So here we go, guys. On the count of 3, I'm gonna introduce you to the AMC Marine. 1, 2, 3. What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's happening, man?
How are you feeling today, sir?
And I am feeling beyond fantastic, my friend.
That's
beyond
awesome. That's awesome, man. So am I. So am I. And hey, we appreciate you coming on and stopping by the AMC Vigilantes channel and showing some support, as well as spreading some AMC love and knowledge. So what you got for us today, buddy?
Well, what don't I have?
Specifically, I should have said that. Specifically, excuse me. You had sent me a message today that was very, very important, and I want to start off with it. I think it's that important because I do. It has to be first before anyone hears anything else that we say. It's the biggest thing that I've heard said outside of what we're gonna do after we have this wealth. Like, you know, don't go broke. But here, something that we have to hear from you, and I think that the AMC Vigilants need to hear it.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things, I didn't get to talk about it on the Bannon show as much, but debt, you know, how they got us held down. You know, they teach you, like, tell me they don't teach you to get into debt. Like, you go to school, they don't teach us how to invest in ourselves, but we get taught how to get into debt. Everything's debt. Everything you do. It's like your name is debt, right? I mean, you got toys. If you guys ever pay attention to some of your kid toys, there's literally credit cards in there. There's things in there designed to teach the little girls how to shop. So it's already like implanted. It's like bred into your mind. And most of us don't see that. We don't even pay attention to that. And next thing you know, I got a lot of clientele, right? I meet a lot of customers. But it's like, you think you're living the American dream. You're sold on this American dream, and you get all this debt. You buy these expensive vehicles, and you got to pay all these payments on it, and you owe 40 grand here and 50 grand there. And then you go to the store to buy some clothes, and, it's like, I call it predatory. To me, it's becoming predatory. I mean, you can't even walk into Target or any of these stores without them trying to convince you to sign up for a credit card. The Target Red Card, or Walmart's got a credit card, and Amazon's got a credit card. Now there's these new, or they've been around, but they went IPO, these companies where you can buy stuff off of eBays and off these other places, and you can get the 6-month no interest, 12-month no interest. Like, we don't see it, right? I mean, we're just kind of living in that life, and then next thing you know, we're like working all the time to pay back debt and to pay interest. And then I think you're leading to the other part of it too. I think you and I were talking earlier that really is getting to me, and you know a lot about it too, and I'll let you talk for a minute, but what's happening with home ownership and what's happening with the housing market?
That is a juicy piece of knowledge that we're talking about here. That's not even just juicy, but scary. Like, what is something that someone has to have? A place to live, right? And right now, based off of what I'm reading, and this is why I have Sydney Mick's information up here as well, because she was posting about it today, specifically talking about what's going on in the housing market, and I have to read that because it scares me to death about when I want to go buy a house in the future. Can I buy a house? Will I be able to buy a house? Will there be enough houses available for us to want to buy? Because it's just a shortage right now that big banks are buying them up left and right. Where's my Twitter? There it is. Thank you. Now we're on it.
You got the bank up. You got the Zillow company. There's several of those style of companies. You're scooping up houses all over the place, left and right. I mean, they're just taking away. And then the other thing is, I mean, I don't have the articles right now. I'm sure you guys have seen it and talked about it. But you can look back and, like, being a Marine and being in the sales field and the sales world, over time, I've understand manipulation. How to manipulate the mind, how to get people to think one way. I mean, you walk into a restaurant, you make it smell really good, and everybody wants to, you get the, what do they call it, the sizzle of the steak, right? It's like, that's what they're doing, with the younger folks. They're like getting you guys to think that you can't buy a house. I mean, you got, don't buy a house.
Get in debt.
Too much.
Can't buy a house. Just get more in debt. Can't buy a house.
Yeah, just keep renting, and you know what? You don't want home ownership because you're going to get nailed with problems.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it's freaking BS. The smartest thing I ever did was buy my house. I was 30 years old. The first house, I think I was 30. I finally bought my first house, right? I got in my first house. I had that thing for 8 years. I sold it, and I got like $142,000 in equity, my friend, in 8 freaking years. It's the thing. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to buy a house.
Exactly. They don't.
No, not now. Because they can keep you, I'm going to watch my language, but they can keep you captive. And that's what pisses me off. They're going to keep you captive. So you're going to work every day. You're going to get taxed, 37%. So you work for $15 an hour. You're making $10 an hour or something, right? Whatever your wages are. I'm just throwing numbers out there.
No,
so you get all that. You get all that taken from you. And then the little bit you got left, now you're paying rent on places, you're paying car payments to everybody, you're paying interest on all that, you're paying interest on the credit card for those nice shirts you needed. God forbid that you had a issue with your car, you needed something done, you didn't have the $600, because 85%, I think it is, I need to get the numbers accurate, but I want to say 85% of us here in America don't even have $1,000 in our savings account. People are just so used to living paycheck to paycheck. And it's like,
and racking up credit card bills.
Racking up credit cards. And they called it the Great American Dream. And I'm like, no, it's not.
It was.
But dude, I got tired, man. I got tired of meeting people that were making
Where are the 50s?
Yeah. People were making $120,000 a year, but couldn't buy anything because they were to their eyeballs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And their credit score is down the pisser. They can't get a good rate, even though they make all that money. They're living paycheck to paycheck because they're out of their means now. And you know what you said about the house? I bought my first house when I was 26 years old, and I sold it when I was 29 or 30, one of those two. I think I was 29. 2020. No, I was 30. Sold it in March of 2020. I made a $60,000 increase on that house, and I paid $250,000 for the house. 3 years.
Yeah.
I paid off my truck. I paid off every one of my debts. And I put a little bit of money into savings, and then I was able to sink a lot more into AMC. Now I have even more equity. So yeah,
they talk about the predatory side of that. I mean, people, we call it junk mail, but it's like,
Yes.
as soon as I bought another house, right? I got a really freaking nice house now, right? I was able to upgrade. I'm 42, so as life went on, I was able to get that second house, you know, living what I was taught as a young man was the true American dream. Work hard, get your first house, and then, you know, that's your starter home, one that you can afford. And as you build up your equity, you're able to get to a different house or even a second house. It's like your vacation home or something like that, right? You work hard for that. And oh, dude, I'm sorry, I get scatterbrained because it just gets me.
It's infuriating.
It gets me heated to think, you know, that we're going that direction. Like, you know, the down payments on the houses, and you can't get a house, and it's just the crap that they're putting out there, and they're feeding you. Man, wake up! It's not. You know what? I don't care if you're 20. He just said it. If you're freaking 24 years old, you need to be investing in yourself first and foremost. You need to stay the hell away from debt. But if you want to have any kind of debt, buy a house. Figure out a way to save up some money.
That's good debt.
It's good debt. Yes, absolutely. Buy yourself a house, and then you know what I did? Don't worry about buying a fancy car and getting $40,000 in a debt. Go get yourself a used car, a nice little Toyota or a Honda or something that gets you around. Get that car and pay cash for it.
Absolutely.
You know,
pay off your bills.
Yes.
Pay early. Pay extra.
Oh.
Pay towards that principal, guys.
Snowball the hell out of it. Dave Ramsey says it's the best. I don't want to get in trouble for using it, but I went through his program. Snowball the hell out of it. Stay out of that debt. And then this is how I did what I did. I actually paid off and snowballed a lot of stuff. And then I was like, shoot, dude, I got like $1,000 a month, like $1,162, whatever it was, right? That I no longer have to pay towards debt. Like I paid off this card, then I paid off this, and I paid off this as I snowballed, and all of a sudden they're gone. 18 months, 26 grand. I remember when I did it, I paid off $26,000 in 18 months.
That's amazing.
Worth of debt, right?
Yep.
And once I got all those paid off, I'm like, oh shoot, what do I do with 1,100? I'm gonna throw that crap right into a Roth.
Yep. Oh, there you go, Bo.
Oh, and that's what got me into investing in October 2018. I said, I'm gonna start, now that I'm out of debt, I'm gonna start putting that money into myself. And I'm big on it. And that's what I'm gonna do with the nonprofit. I really want people to wake up and realize that they can be doing this. It is not that hard. There's too many folks, and it doesn't take the young person to do it. I mean, I'm 42. I've said it before, dumb crayon eating Marine, but it really isn't that hard because the crowdsourced education and information is phenomenal. These folks, even the younger folks, the older folks, they're sitting around, they need something to do, so they're researching companies and they're sharing that information so that you can make a sound decision. And I've been telling people for a while, even before the AMC movement, I have about 15, 16 friends and family. I'm like, listen, you guys, do you invest in yourself? And they're like, what do you mean? I said, download one of these apps. And I said, take that $5, dude. And they're like, what? I said, take $5 and buy something. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, buy a freaking stock or something. And they're like, what stock? I said, well, I can't tell you what stock. I said, I don't know, buy something you use. You know, there's whatever's in your house, a name that you see, research it, read something on it, join these groups, get some information and buy it, and then wait a month and see. You know, you earn 30 cents. Well, guess what? If you bought that a candy bar, or that freaking 18 pack of beer, or whatever the hell else you were going to buy, that's gone. Boom, in and out, in one mouth, out the other, right? Well, guess what? You still got it. 6 weeks later, a month later, 2 months later, you still have it. And as you learn, all of a sudden that $5, $20, $30 becomes 60. Well, I'll tell you a success story. One of the guys in my group that we started together, I think he put, I want to say 600, and then a couple months he got it up to about 1,200, and I was sitting at like 30,000 at the time, or 25, 26,000. And I said, dude, you'll catch up to me. It ain't even been a year. Bro's got 50 G's.
There you go.
50 freaking grand, okay? And at the same time I started investing in myself, first time ever, at 40 years old, I started working where I could get an actual retirement. You know, they call your 401k.
Yep.
Okay, so I said, all right, well, I'm old. I'm so far behind because I was stupid and I didn't know I should be investing in myself. I rode in debt and partied and spent all my money. Sorry, I'm using my hands. I get passionate, but like, at 40 years old, I said, okay, I'm going to start paying into this. I got an option to pay into 401. If I put in 5%, they'll match 4.5. So I just started maxing it out, got it up to 15%, where I was putting in 15% of my paycheck, and they're putting in 4.5. That's 20% of my income. That account is 2 years old. It has like, I think last time I checked, the hell, I don't even check anymore, to be honest with you. I think it was 31 grand. In 2 years, you have no control. I had no control of it. I can't decide what I want to invest in it. They gave me like 7 options. I don't know what half of them are. It just says, you know, retire at 2036. I'm like, what kind of fund is that? right? I'm getting like 4% return, 7% return. Well, in the same time frame, I started investing in companies, reading stuff, learning about different companies to invest in, researching, following people in the group. Listen, nobody told me what to buy, not a single soul. But you know what? I used their information. They would talk about it, and all of a sudden I'd hear over here on Discord, and then I'd hear over here on Twitter, and then over here on Reddit, and over here in Facebook stock groups, everybody talking about this company. So I'm like, hey, there's something up. Everybody's talking about it. Well, you know what? It was that simple. I'd read some articles, do some research, follow up, see how long the company's been around, join one of their conference, one of their investment calls. And I'm like, I like this company. I'm going to buy it.
Interesting.
Well, I did. Yeah. And that's what I started doing. And I started getting, I call it crowdsourced information. Everybody wants to share it. Now you got to learn. I learned some people are going to put in crap and FUD. And we got the guys that are going to, they're faking stuff now. They try to learn us and they want to put in fake stuff. But dude, if you hear it enough in different places, that's to me. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go search it, figure out what the ticker is. You should see when I first started, I built a list of stocks I was following. I had like names for them. I'd name them after YouTubers. I mean, it was crazy on my app, all these different stocks. And then I fell in love with AMC. I fell in love with the community. I went all in. The moral of the story is I didn't check today. I don't even know where AMC is at. Honestly, I don't. Somebody told me we ended up 4 cents under or something.
I think
anyway, I know I'm over. Okay. So see, I don't even know. But seriously, I'm just shy of $300,000.
Yeah, we're plus 3 cents, $58.30.
Nice. Okay.
You know how much it cost them to push that down today?
Oh man, dude.
So
I can only imagine.
Much money, and we gobbled them back up because we are so many of us. We are legion.
Dude,
man,
nation.
Were you guys listening to what this guy was saying? This guy was putting straight knowledge out here, straight facts. And just so you know, during that entire conversation, we had like 5 subscribers. So I am 3 shots deep now.
Uh-oh.
So,
wait, I'm going to pick up my phone so I can watch you. I want to see those shots.
I got to do another one now.
I'm gonna do the coffee shot.
All right. But I can hold my liquor, so I can hold my liquor. Cheers, guys.
Oh, well, if we're gonna play this game, come on, subscribe. Somebody hit the subscribe button. If my phone wasn't on here, I'd be tweeting right now. We get this man drunk. Maybe he'll spit some real other truths.
Wow. Okay, so we have been neglecting the chat 100%, so we're going to go through. I don't really want to go through from the beginning, but I'm gonna. So we have Hayden in here. We got Lisa Fontaine. We got Shruti, Mikey Stew. We have the notorious AMC.
That's my boy.
We got X in here. What's up? What's going on, X?
We got Cookie.
Cookie is, of course, in here. Yeah, she's always in here. Irving Miranda is in here. A lot of more people. We got John J. Ninny, what's going on?
Is that John J?
Is that what?
That's John Jangery.
Okay. Consolidation, the word of the day. There we go, boy. Guys behind. Yes, well, I'm catching up now. I'm pretty sure I have 1 more, and now I have 2 more.
Another subscriber?
Yes, we do. Melinda Scott.
I'm going to get drunk off coffee.
Listen, if that was a thing, I would drink more coffee.
That's my wife. She's actually got a coffee named after her.
And I'm now 3 shots behind.
Oh, man.
The
Come on,
notorious AMC. What's going on? Thank you so much for subscribing to AMC and coming and listening to some chill talk and some absolute fire. I have to say, with 4 shots behind, I am gonna die.
While you're taking those shots, the little young lady Cookie that's on here that's listening, big shout out to her. It was awesome. She reached out to me today. There's nothing better than folks to take the time and the courage, because look, I'm nobody special, honestly. I'm just another dude, another dad, another father working a job. I jumped in on Twitter. I had 7 followers in February when this whole crap took off. I didn't even use Twitter. I created it in like 2018 or something. I don't even remember. I looked at it, I said, this looks confusing. I ain't using it. But my buddy got me on it. I fell in love with it, started really just running my mouth. Twitter count keeps going up. That's awesome. People are giving me the space to talk. But I want all of you to realize you're all special and you're all important. Just because you have 600 followers, 3 followers, 5,000 followers, or 50,000 followers, I ain't going to forget about you. And so
Cookie, what she is thanking you right now.
Shout out to Cookie. She said she likes chocolate tip because she's Latina. So now I'm going to tell you some transparent truth, not because I'm drunk on coffee. And this is going to sound really crazy, but I forgot to buy cookies when I came home today. And I was like, oh, crap, I can't break my commitment. A Marine makes a commitment. He's going to stick to it. Well, I remembered about 3 weeks ago, my wife had bought a bunch of cookies and left them in the oven over there. I open it up, and there's chocolate chip in there. They don't taste too bad. A little hard, but hey, I'm taking one for the team for you, Cookie. 3 weeks old while he gets drunk. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Stale cookie's still good.
Yeah, not bad.
So what she said was, she said, hey, Marine, I love you, brother, and we are here for this movement. Diamond-handed apes all day. Vig, tell him I want to see his challenge coin. She wants to see your challenge coin.
Challenge coin?
Did you get a challenge coin?
You want to see my challenge shorts?
Oh, did you? Are you wearing naked shorts, bro?
Dude, ever since, yes, I am. Another thing Cookie asked me to do. Now, see, these are my special Cookie Monster ones, just for her. But
I'm rocking some shorts today as well.
yes, dude.
You know I was gonna do it.
I'm telling you, there is something about it, bro. I have now, every interview that I've been doing, I am just wearing naked shorts. I'm like, Adam Aaron did it, and I originally did it as, a play-along joke. There's something liberating about it. It's like your brain's thinking about the fact that you're half naked, and it helps get rid of the nervous edge. I'm serious. Like, you don't even... Somebody just text me. What's up, Notorious? Of course he's a cool dude. But,
Thanks,
anyway,
Notorious.
Yeah.
You're the bro.
If you're gonna do an interview, do it in your naked shorts. You heard it from me, the Marine.
There you go.
Naked short it.
Okay, I don't know how many shots I'm behind now. I am taking these really fast, guys, and this is hitting me hard. These are a lot of shots in a row. Okay, but here we go for another one.
Can't hear you.
They are getting easier to they are getting easier to take down, though. So.
I have to watch on the phone over here.
It's also gin.
Kind of nice to watch him just take those shots like that. While I over here.
All right, so guys, if you have questions for this man, please go ahead and ask them. My mods will pick it up if I don't, and because I'm getting drunker and drunker, I might not. So just stick with me. Naked shorts for the chatters. Hey yo, he doesn't know what a challenge coin is. I guess he doesn't know what a challenge coin is. Are you guys talking about this challenge coin? Because I have a challenge coin right here, made by none other than a true ape, Gorilla Gang. If you want to pick your wait a minute, you do have one.
This is the coin I rock, but that's my Marine Corps coin. So I think I know what you're talking about, though. Possibly there's a coin going around that someone made, the ape coin, right? Or clue me in.
That's what I have here. If you look at your phone, go ahead. And then
I like that. I remember somebody talking about that. Hell yeah.
So it says Gorilla Gang, Diamond Hand, Apes, and then on the other side it says Moas 2021. We like the stonk.
Well, I need one of them damn coins.
Well,
Notorious,
guess
you're
what?
my manager.
I have 10 coming at me, donated from the man himself. I definitely think that we can get you one, sir.
I appreciate it. Then I can start rocking the coin.
There we go. There we go. Marine Corps coin. Absolutely. It's been 4 days since I got drunk. It's been hours since before this, guys. Drink water, Vig. I am drinking water. Oof, Jin, you're insane. Yes, I am. Irving, that interview will intern will quit before starting. Okay. Don't get too liberated. Liberated? Do you mean obliterated? I don't think I will. Imagine a hedge fund intern watching this stream going, I just don't get it. You know what? That's okay because he's not an ape and he won't get what we're saying. We won't get what we're talking about. But we went on that awesome rant of information, which again, I appreciate that so much. But we did touch on the subject about the housing market. And I do want to circle back to that for 1 second because I do want to read this information that was put out today. You follow Sydney, right? You read the information that she has?
I believe so. I've got a ton of people, but please do it. Let's hear it.
So specifically today, she put it out at around 1 p.m. It was the housing supply. So the housing supply right now is very concerning. In 2017 was a limited supply environment with 2 to 3 months on the market at a time when the equilibrium is generally 4 to 6 months. Today, it is hovering at 0.05 months. No homes, high debt, low interest, with lumber prices still inflating, going through the absolute roof. Before I continue, we got another subscriber, so I will thank you, sir. Jim Nab Holes, thank you so much for subscribing. Benito,
Hey, hello, Jim.
they're probably all your followers, man. It's because they're coming in and listening to the Vigilante. I am here every single day, most of the time at night. Lifted, drunk, whatever. But I'm on here as much as I possibly can at night at 8:30, usually, sometimes 9. I go for a little while. Tonight, I do have to end it around 10:30, 10:45, which still gives us over an hour and a half to talk and chill and talk about AMC. Continuing on what Sydney has said, she said, I don't see how builders will recover from another crash when they're just finally recovering. Okay, I messed that whole thing up. I don't see how builders will recover from another crash when they're just financially recovering from 2008. And she is a realtor, so speaking as a realtor, I have multiple buyers trying to put in offers to homes, and they're already under contract at an hour after we do our initial showing. The market's a little too hot for my personal preference. And
Hey, they got this. Hey, real quick, man. I just learned about this, and I'm not a big real estate guy, but I learned from a family member that they got this open bidded stuff. So like he was trying to get a house so he could move out towards us, and like he found a house and he put a bid in, and then he said, well, it's like an open bid. So it was like, I'm willing to go to X because there's 10 other people. And so if there's 10 other people in, take me all the way up to this amount. And then if I still lose, that's fine. And it was like $70,000 spread.
Jeez.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. He goes, I started out here and I told my realtor I'll go all the way here. Here's the thing. He lost the house. The top bidder was, if I recall, was 62,000 higher. Dude, that was nuts. I was like, are you kidding me? How does that works like that? I mean, I'm just used to negotiating and say, hey, I want what you got. I'm willing to give you X. And they're like, okay, or no. And this is what we want. But apparently the market's that crazy and that hot that like you either get your house now and open your end at your bid and hope like hell you outbid the other person, or I don't know. It's just wild out there. It's the craziest thing
we got Mama Vigilante in here. My mom's stopping by and say what's up. What's up, Mom?
Hi, Mom. I'm only drinking coffee.
Yeah, Mom, if you didn't know, this is the AMC Marine, if you can't read the title. He is a big supporter and protector of the AMC brand and making sure that no shills and bots are going to spread FUD across in front of him at all. As well as him, are you still active in the Marines?
Oh, no, I've been out like, 20 years now? I got out in 2000.
So
2000. I've been out for.
Not only is he supporting AMC with his AMC Marine, but he is also an American hero. So we got to give him some love here, guys.
Oh no, I'm not a hero. Far from that.
Ooh, I gotta say differently, sir.
That's okay. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Yeah, you can ask Notorious. Me and hero thing. I'm just doing what I was supposed to do. That's what I was put on earth to do.
And you know what? I feel like you said something earlier before we were talking about this, how you kind of feel like this was right. Like when you found this, it made sense. It wasn't hard to step in. It was welcoming. It just felt right.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I'll open up on here. You give me the space and be transparent. And there's a handful of viewers, so the word will get itself out. But the real story is like, I'm 42 and I spent these years. And so my wife and I, years ago, when we first met, I was kind of a dickhead. I'm saying it out loud, but I wasn't the best dude always. And we kind of split. I told her to get out basically. And then I realized that I wanted her back. And so I went through this long drawn 9-month period. And a lot of people see on there, I'm a Christian and I'm strongly believe in God. And I made this commitment to him. I said, look, Lord, if you help me get the woman I love back in my life, I promise you, I will stand in front of 5,000 people. I'll stand in front of 10,000 people. Hell, I'll stand in front of 20,000 people. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. And so I always felt that inside for years, like there's something I need to do. I've done training sessions. I've taught. I've ran companies with 70, 80 employees. I've gotten in front of them. I pumped them up. And I'm like, okay, this is just a training lesson. There's more to this, and there must be something coming. And I got these ideals and, what I'm going to create. And I always just wanted to give back because I felt like the greatest gift was given to me. And that's my wife. And so I'm like, what can I do to give back for that? You know, there's got to be something I can give back. Well, when I kind of fell into the AMC, the deeper I went into AMC and stayed with it, the more in love I fell with it. And then it just bingoed, man. And it was just like, I was trying to explain it the best I can. Some of you have probably seen the movies or the TV shows where those like savants they show them like doing all these numbers, you know, off screen up top, and they're like, and that's where my brain's at. Like, I'm just seeing everything and positionings and where people are and like the difference they're making and how key and crucial role they play. And like, I'm seeing it as a puzzle and I'm loving it. And I'm like, I just want to be a voice now, and I want to go out and do that. I want to go into the communities. If people are listening to me and people are telling me that, you know, they love listening and I'm inspiring and I have that voice, I'm like, I wasn't given this gift for nothing. I cannot let it go, babe. Like I told my wife, I've got to do something with it. And this honestly feels like it's it. You know, I want to get this nonprofit going, and I want to hit the streets. I want to go into communities. I want to sit people down. I want to encourage them, come over. You know, let me show you. Let my people show you. Let's download some apps. Here's what you've got to do. Get yourself set up. And then here's some links. Here's some information. You know, these are things you need to do. You know, we're not going to tell you what stock to buy ever, but we're going to encourage you. We're going to give you options, and I'll get you in some free programs to learn how to get out of debt. All those things that we can do, and start investing in yourself and stop listening to the mainstream media's bullshit.
Absolutely.
Sorry for here, but like, you have the power, because guess what? They wouldn't have the power if you took it away. You see what I'm saying? Like, we are the power. That's
Absolutely.
the crazy part. 99% is the damn power that makes this whole thing work. If we don't work, it don't work. You get it? And so they know that. And so watch the movie The Ants. We talked about it on one of the calls today. Watch that scene with Flick. I'll be Flick.
Yes.
I'll take the beating for you guys. I will do that. I don't care. I owe it back, and I'm going to give it back. Every bit of it back. And I will fight until, I mean, somebody's going to take me out. So if I disappear, it's because they took me out.
Yeah, that's not happening. We're too strong for that.
Nope.
I mean, you know what?
So,
You know what? I'm not gonna say I wouldn't put it past some in the future of some stupid things going on and things that we might not expect, but maybe we should start expecting the unexpected. You know, this is a lot of money, guys. There's a lot of money, and I mean, things have happened for less money. Things have happened for tons of less money.
you know, I'm not the smartest guy on the block. I can be street smart and things that the military taught me and things I've learned. But like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but we're also talking about flipping the script. So you're talking about, I mean, if you watch the movie Ants, it perfectly shows it. I mean, you're talking about taking this people up here that's been on this power anarchy that has kept you separated, filled you full of political nonsense and separation and anger and frustration, and took away every ounce of love that you could have had in your heart and filled it with hate. Because you know what? Hate and fear is a extremely, very powerful emotion. And trust me, I know. And so they've done that to us and said that we can't have these things, said that we shouldn't have them, written manipulative articles, created manipulative TV shows and movies and everything to manipulate you, because all they're going to do is keep us down, because they don't want us to rise to that level. And then when somebody gets smart enough to rise to that level, they trickle on up over here and somebody works their butt off and is able to get in. And I think it's crap. I do. I absolutely do. I think you need to earn what you get.
Absolutely.
I'm not telling you sit on your butt and not get anything. Absolutely not. But I think that if you work your butt off, you shouldn't be freaking 72 years old working at Walmart just because you got to pay your freaking dental bill.
Yep.
Or your freaking water bill. I
Yep.
mean, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I work with a lot of retired folks, and I have for years, and it breaks my freaking heart that they have busted their asses their entire life, and then they don't have enough money because Social Security is a freaking joke.
Yep.
They can go work at McDonald's and make more than their damn Social Security check, and they can't even afford to fix the HVAC system in their house, but then their house is 120 degrees, so now I got to put them in debt again to get their HVAC fixed. And it just broke my heart. I've done it for years because that was my career. I had to figure out how to help these people, right?
Yep.
And I was told to do it, but it's like, it's so pathetic, man. I am a strong believer. I know I'll never be president, but I'm a strong believer. If I can figure out a way to make it, 45 years old, you're done. Stop working. Enjoy what's left of your life. Enjoy doing things. Watch the rest of your kids' life as they grow. Enjoy your grandkids. Your legs, your body's still alive. Go out and be able to enjoy some life. But see, we don't live a world like that.
Nope.
We live a world where you won't even think twice. You'll work overtime because you need to get a few dollars because you want to buy your son something or your daughter something special for her birthday.
And this is why we have what we have. This is why we had this
Yeah.
movement right here. This, and you know what? People can say that, you know, this was a fluke for us and we hit the lottery ticket, but you know what? We earned this. We earned this. This is something that we have worked for, fought for, however long you have been here. I've been here since the beginning. I'm a seasoned vet. Like in AMC, you know, I've been here since January 29th. I have never sold a share. You've been here since January 29th too?
Something like that. It was like the 27th through the 29th, right in that period,
Yep.
right there. I can't pinpoint the exact day. I guess I could go back and look at the moment I bought.
So I deleted my Robinhood app, so I can't figure out exactly when I bought it. But I have a picture somewhere in my phone because when I transferred my all my stuff from Robinhood to Webull, I took a picture of all my values because the values came over as 0. So I adjusted the value to what I knew was right, and I was correct in it. I put the correct value in there, and because when I put the zeros in there and all those shares came over, it was like it was a lot of shares that came over. And it brought my average down to like 6, and I was
Right?
like, I'm like, okay, that's not right. I gotta put it back in here, $10.42 average. Brought it back up to where it was supposed to be. And I was like, okay, now I know what I have here. Now my portfolio isn't lying to me saying I have all this money when I really don't. I mean, I do because obviously, you know, I put that money in there, but you know what I'm saying.
That's kind of, I transferred over like 1,200 shares out of Robinhood over to my other account. Crazy because it messed up all my numbers. I was like, I don't know. All of a sudden I was at $4 average or something. And I'm like, no, I didn't buy at 4. I wish I'd have been that smart. I wish I'd have been like Bobsy Bear Brittany that got in at 2 something. But I was a late bloomer. In my mind, I was somewhat of a late bloomer because my buddy was, you know, I was still concentrating on penny stocks and other stuff. I was learning. You know, I made it big on one called TSMP Humble and ENZC or whatever it was. I was making some big moves. Palantir was a big one for me. I had like 30 G's in.
Wow.
I put like 15 in, and within like 2 months, man, or 3 months, it like went up, and I got like 30 out of it.
Nice.
And so I was making some smooth moves. Well, that was me listening and learning, but then AMC and GME thing was kind of taking off. And so I jumped in GME with one stock. It was 360. I think it was 362, like when it was running. And me and my buddy were talking back and forth, and he did too. He jumped in, he got in at like 280. Another buddy of mine got in at 290, and by the time I get in was 360. Well, then I was like, well, I'll jump on AMC too. Screw it. So I bought 100 shares, and I think they were 16 or something. I don't remember. And then I stayed back because I was like, well, I don't know. You know, I'm like apes, and what the hell is happening? This sounds silly, but whatever. And I sat in the red for a minute. Like it was a while there. We were just kind of in the red because it dropped it went up to 22 and it came all the way back down, and then it dropped. And then he was saying something about, dude, no, I'm serious. He kept telling me, he's like, bro, this AMC is looking really good. And he's I've been in this community on Twitter, and I've been in these other places. I've been listening. Everybody's really talking about it. So I was like, all right. And that's when I started to get active on Twitter and started to dig in. And then as I dug in and listened and started to research, I'm like, uh-oh, something's here. And then that's when that little light and bingo went off, bro. And I was like, okay. And as soon as, I swear to God, as soon as I saw AMC hit $8, it was like $8 and something, I freaking dude went in and just sold everything. I had like 17 grand in the Robinhood account. I sold all the stocks that were in there. I just sold them all and bought all the AMC I could get my hands on. And it was so cool because I watched my 16 go down to like 870. It was so, you know, at the time, It was so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
I had a bunch of other stocks in another account. And so at that point, I was like, I called him. I said, dude, I'm in, bro. And he goes, what? I said, YOLO! And, you know, because we learned the whole, YOLO.
YOLO
like,
attendees, here we go.
I only live once. I'm doing it, bro. I put all 17 grand in.
Hell yeah.
And like, what? Me too. He's like, screw it, you know. And he went over, and he only had like at the time 1,500 or 2,500 or something.
So,
and
all of that is together with us.
Yeah. And then I said, all right, then if I'm going to be an ape, I'm going to be an ape, dude. So I went into my other account that had other stocks, and I started selling off all the winners, anything that was green, and just started buying AMC. And then I got to the point I was like, all right, well, I got no more green left. Well, screw it. And one week I took a $3,500 loss worth of stocks. I just was losing. I said, I didn't care. I kept buying AMC. And then I got done with that, and I said, well, screw it. I'm going to that Roth account I got. So I started selling everything in the Roth account. And then pretty much 98.99% now is all AMC. I kept the Humble. I fell in love with the Humble before AMC. I've got 2,500 shares of it, and I just kept that. But that's God honest truth. Everything else, I straight up went in AMC. Well, I'm so addicted. I kept buying more. I believe in it so much that I keep buying more in the 50s and 60s. I went and started selling what little bit of stock I bought for my wife. She had some cash left last year, so I opened up an account for her too, out of one of those tax returns she got one year. And I bought a bunch of stocks for a while. Now I'm going in there and selling hers. I'm like, we're going to be AMC too. We're like AMC family over here.
Yep.
I believe in it that much. And it feels crazy because, I mean, I know everybody probably, a lot of people feel the same way. My account being $300,000 is a shit ton of money. That's over 3 years for me. I make decent money at work. That's at least 3 years worth of work for me all in one. I don't know. I've emotionally separated myself from the money. I know it's unrealized gains. It's not like I actually have it in my hand. It's not going to be in my hand because I ain't selling. It's just stupidity for me to sell.
Exactly. It would be dumb for anyone, in my opinion, for anyone to sell right now. Hey, continue going on right now. I need to get some more water to wash my stomach out right now because I am drunk. Now, this is kind of weird, guys. I do want to say this. We've had a lot of subscribers today, and maybe this is just YouTube being weird, but we've had a lot of subscribers tonight, like close to 10, if not more. And my subscriber count only went up by 2.
Really?
Yeah, that's strange. Maybe YouTube's lagging, or maybe it's, shadow banning me again. But yeah, I'm gonna get some water real quick and continue to.
Maybe it's because I'm on now. They're like, oh, that dude's on.
Maybe, but you know what? I'm okay with that because the word's got to get out to all these apes. So I will be back in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
Continue to talk to these people, but hold on. Someone did say a couple of things that I want you to hear.
Yeah.
He should be loved, so don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, obviously. There's something I saw in here. You're a good man, Marine. Absolutely. Oh, Rocket saying, Vigilante, I ever tell you I love a man in uniform? 2007, 2008, you still have nightmares about that. I totally get that. Real quick.
Should I go get my uniform? It ain't gonna fit me.
That is completely up to you, but I think that they might like it. Sydney saying a glitch in the Matrix, obviously. True story, had a dream, couldn't figure out how to sell my stocks on phone app, woke up sweating. There you go. Subscriber count says 134, exactly. Yeah, I had 136, I'm sorry. I had 134 coming into this, it was strange. Or actually 135, weird. And we had a ton of stuff coming through. All right, I'm gonna get a drink. What do you plan on doing post-squeeze? What's the first thing that you want to do? Tell these people.
Post-squeeze. So I had a YouTube video I made about what I want to do about giving back. I also have a YouTube video I made 4 years ago that by May 22nd, 2022, I'd have at least $1 million in my bank account and I'd give away $1 million. I'm really big on giving away because I feel like in our financial universe, the way everything's designed, if you put the money back into the universe, it's just going to keep coming back. It's the moment you grab the money and try to hold on to it and keep it all to yourself, you create a wall. And then you're fighting for the money and it can't let it flow. So I'm big on giving back. I just am. I give away money every chance I get, to help people when I see the right times. I just don't give it for no reason, but I'm saying put it back into the community. And so prior to this, I was thinking I'm big into the veterans. I know if Notorious is still on, we're big into veterans and mental health. Mental health is a big thing. I suffer from mental health issues, PTSD, anger issues, some sleep disorders. I use a CPAP machine. Now that no one's in my house, I lock the doors and want to bring my gun out to my room. There's a lot of weird stuff that I, go through mentally, stress and anxieties, right? I mean, it's just truth behind it. I'm going to hide behind it. I'm being transparent. So I wanted to work with veterans and I wanted to work with people that suffer from mental health with my animals. And if some of you follow, you know me, I like my goats. I like my chickens. I like my ducks out there, my baby ducks now. I like my rabbits, my dog, my cats. Every morning and every night, and pretty soon here, they're waiting on me, but being able to do my routine with them and talk to them, they get excited. And it makes me, it brings something to me. And so go hug a goat. If you haven't hugged a goat, hug a goat. I'm serious.
Yeah.
But
I played around with some goats. Those are some cool animals.
Yeah. And I just want to be able to, I wanted to be able to do that. And I'm still going to do that. I'm big on helping the veterans so they don't have to suffer, because we do. A lot of veterans, they sit back and we got a lot of stuff runs through our head and we don't tell people, and people just think we're angry, and we're crazy. Well, we are crazy, but we are angry, but there's a lot going on in there. And so I want to figure out a way to work with them and let them know there's a space, a loving space for them. But after being in this movement and just what's happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks, post squeeze now, even now, and whatever, I'm working on the foundation. I really, I don't care. I'll put every dime I can as long as my family's taken care of.
Absolutely.
Into that. I'm serious. That's my post squeeze. I want nothing more. I can see it. I can visualize it. I want nothing more to be standing out there with some booths set up, a stage set up, getting people to come, promoting ahead of time, getting up there, talking, riling them up, get them encouraged, bring in some other speakers, get them some more speakers, get some music playing out there, get the community involved, give out some food to the homeless, and give some damn education back to our people.
Absolutely.
So I really don't care about Lambos, nothing against it. I know some of the folks can't wait to get their Lambos. I don't care about blowing all my money. If I can live off 10% of it and give the other 90 away, damn right I will.
That's amazing. You know what? Plus the amount that you're going to pull from this, because I am 100% a believer in the 100K floor. That is what I hold for. You do not have to disclose your floor. If you want to, you absolutely can. But everyone's holding for their own reason, and you know what? That's an amazing reason that you hold. Me myself, I'm gonna splurge on myself. Am I gonna get a Lambo? Absolutely not. I don't feel like losing 65 grand as soon as I pull off the lot. Sorry. But what I will do is I will buy myself a couple of things that I want. I currently manage a mechanic shop in South Carolina, and I came on not knowing too much about cars. I learned because I'm very good at managing people. I'm good at managing a business, and making sure P&Ls are great, and making sure people get paid on time, making sure customers are happy. And mechanics have a bad name, and me being a customer in customer service and being in sales for as long as I have, I decided to turn that around. Taking all the stores around me with their 2.1, 1.9 average star ratings on Google. You go over to my shop, you got a 4.6 average rating, because we're just so good and friendly over here. We don't make mistakes. Well, we make mistakes, but I fix them. And we got another sub, baby. That's going to take a shot for me. Let's see what we got. Jasmine Siljabek. Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope I did not butcher that name for you. You know what that means, bro? That means we got to take a shot. Take a shot of that coffee.
Keep them busy. I'm gonna go see if I can find my uniform real quick. That way, people.
All right.
But I think I'm getting drunk off coffee. Let's go see if I can find my old blues. I'll be right back.
He's gonna be right back, guys.
She on the ground without a plan. Now she got her only fan. She want the bands, now you fan out.
All right, so we're gonna wait for him to get back for a little bit, guys. Man, this guy is dropping some great information. Sydney, what can we expect after the squeeze? All of us wanting to buy houses, big houses, mansions, maybe houses on the beach, different states. What do you think is gonna happen when all these apes have a ton of money and we go into the market to buy houses? That's what I want to know. He's a great guy. Yes, he is. I have some guests coming in and the dinner is not yet ready. We'll join back later. Shruti, go ahead. Make that food delicious. I am hungry myself. Mini yacht. Okay. Vig, you work and mod Claybro's channel. Multitask much? Yeah, I'm a multitasker, and I wake up at 4 a.m. to look at the pre-market to make sure that I know my plays for the day. He was saying that he looks good in a uniform, guys.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, I can't find my blues. I didn't get my sergeant stripes on, but man, dude, I haven't tried this in forever. Look at that. I can't even get the buttons to go together.
That's okay, bro. You stayed fit. You stayed fit in the military. You got time to enjoy life.
Dude, when you're in the Marine, when I was in the military, I was a $150, $155, 53. I'm only 5'7", but dang, I was little. This is crazy. Even if I suck it in, there's nothing will happen. Oh, I challenge all you vets out there. If you haven't put them on, you keep them in the closet. Go try to throw them on. Whew, I can't even get it over my shoulders. Hey, don't be looking at my naked shorts.
You guys, he brought that uniform out just for you. That's amazing.
Yes,
haha. Okay, here we go. Sydney did answer my question. I asked this question out, so I don't think you heard this. I said, I'm like, because Sydney knows more about the market and the real estate market than I do, or than most people in here do, because I don't know shit about it. And I said, what do you think is going to happen when all these apes get their paychecks and they go out, start looking for houses, mansions, multiple houses to buy? Because me personally, my biggest goal after this is to buy a lot of houses for maybe not like the most expensive, you know, like 500,000 each, but like, you know, 100, 150, 200, 250,000. Get a couple of houses, rent those bad boys out, get some, you know, get some income coming in. Rental income, and I, you know, have like, with the amount of money that I know that I'm going to pull in, have like 10 or 15 houses. And with what is going on right now, I don't know if that's going to be possible. And it kind of scares me a little bit because that's the kind of income that I want to bring in for myself. But Sydney did answer, and she said, I'm anticipating lots of foreclosures when the bubble pops. Y'all will have plenty of investment properties. I highly recommend scooping up as much as you can before corporations do. I hadn't even read that, and I basically said what, I mean, for a little bit, I was hitting on what she was saying. So maybe I know a little bit more than I think.
Well, you know, I wouldn't doubt they're not planning on that. I mean, you know, in a business world, I come from running a business and, you know, working in the business world, and you got to have your what we call the finger on the pulse. And so, like, you got to know what's happening. You got to know the trends, what the clientele wants, what's coming, you know, where the industry's headed. And I've always been in the sales side, but I've switched different products of the home improvement industry and had to learn different products in different ways, and I get out of them. One of them was solar. When solar got introduced, I was big into that, man. And you had to learn all that stuff, and you had to know, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, a real estate agent's going to know too. But these financial institutions, these banks are, you know, well, look, this is speculative, whatever you want to call it. But what happened just a few months ago with 3 of our major banks when they sold off, what was it, all those bonds to raise a crap ton of cash? Like, the most ever? Why? I'm just curious. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows, but why did those banks raise that much capital?
They're scared.
That's a lot of money to raise.
Yeah, the largest has ever been in history. 13 billion, 15 billion, 7 billion. I mean, so what? Citibank was 7. I believe Bank of America was 15. I believe Chase was 13 billion, guys. The largest ever in history. Do you guys not think that that is for a reason? Do you guys not think that Biden raising the capital gains tax to 47 is not for a reason?
Come on, it's like a freaking puzzle, right?
Do you think that CEO Adam Aaron donating 50,000 plus 50,000 equaling 100,000 to the ape fund is for no reason? Guys, we're getting clues left and right. Signs everywhere. The signs.
Everywhere.
BlackRock and Blackstone have more than a few billion combined in RE investments within the last few months. They're assets heavy right now, probably holding on collateral. Maybe so. I wonder if they're doing that because they know that the market, that the prices of the house are going to go up, so that their capital actually looks larger. That would be interesting. Because if all these people are trying to buy houses and they're not, and they're saying, hey, yeah, you can buy our house, but this house is worth, yeah, we bought it for 100, but this house is worth $600,000 now because, you know, that's what I want to sell it for. Cash poor by their standards. Let's see.
Let's talk about that. Oh, sorry, you're reading off stuff.
No, you're good. I just feel like I am neglecting our chat a little bit. They have so much good information in here and stuff that they want you to hear and they want me to hear. I didn't realize I made the boys do a shot. I'm just sipping on a glass of wine. Yeah, I do a shot for every new subscriber. I'm pretty shotted right now. So, and that's weird, guys. Look. Oh wait, maybe I changed it on my side and I didn't. Let me reiterate and figure it out. Okay, no, it changed. Yeah, so that's weird. All those her subscriber counted. It went up, but like the 5 or 6 others didn't. That's strange. They were just trying to get me drunk, guys. They were just trying to subscribe and unsubscribe, and that's okay. The sound came on. That means I drink.
That means
the banks see the dip coming. I could not agree more. It's a lot harder to get financing now for a mortgage. It's not like pre-2008. Most people that are buying have no problem paying their mortgage. The problem will be if people lose their jobs. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Crash and fall of 2021 on present course. I could not. Yeah, you know what? I do believe that there's going to be a fat crash. That's why I got puts on HYG.
Well, I mean, you know, there's that whole theory of the whole financial debt too, right? I mean, yeah, we can get crazy deep into all kinds of stuff and tinfoil hat stuff, but and most of the time it turns out they want to claim anytime somebody wants to claim something like that and the media wants to attack something heavily and claim that it's tinfoil and it's this and it's this and that, I think we've all learned by now that it's the exact opposite, right? And that's where me and the whole ape community and the AMC community, I'm like, dude, they're out there pounding. They can't get enough of it. They talk all this smack about it. If they weren't worried about it, they probably would never mention it, right?
Right.
Damn right they're worried.
You know what? And with all this, with all what's going on with AMC and all this, they know that we're so emotionally invested in this, and they play off that so much. And that's one of the reasons why, for the most part, I've gone away from doing predictions. I've gone away from, saying, okay, we're going to hit this price. All right, we're going to hit this price in this day. But I do stand by the notion of this being over by end of August. I have a feeling that we're holding that's the culmination of what's going on. All the regulations that have been coming out. I mean, obviously, about 002 that was, put into, it was implemented today, right? But then I heard some stuff about it being enforced tomorrow, which, okay. That's probably why we saw the dips the last 2 days, but us still coming back. I'm sorry, the dips the last 3 days, but us coming back. So I think that we are going to see that happen more with the psychological warfare as well. We got to be prepared for that, guys.
So I'm going to bring something to the table. And just think about this. And remember, I am far from a financial advisor. I'll go ahead and make that disclaimer now. Everything I say is literally me drunk off coffee, and I'm full of crap.
Just so you know, we do have a border on top that says not financial advisor.
Yep. So, I get out there. These are strictly my opinions and what I've learned throughout the community, right? Man, I get on this sidetrack of that and almost forgets. And I'm like, God, this was so important. I wanted to say. Bear with me. This is, as you get older, you start getting sometimers disease. It's like sometimes you remember and sometimes you don't.
I'm 31 and I already get that.
After long days of work, and I feel like I'm doing two jobs because my heart's into AMC, and I'm
you
trying.
know what? I feel that so much. I work, basically 8 to 7 every day. Then I come here and I immediately hop on to try to, spread this information that I have, that I've read all day, that I've watched the ticker and I've watched YouTube channels, and I come here and I wake up early in the morning to watch pre-market. It's exhausting, and I feel like I have like my life, my personal life, and then my personal and work life, and then I have my AMC life, the AMC vigilante. I mean, it's strange but comforting.
And you just made me remember it. So while it's fresh, I'm going to say it. So in the world I was in the construction world I was in, everybody's in some kind of work world. You sound like you were in auto world, right? Mm-hmm. Working with cars, part sales, whatever it may be. So we stay in that industry long enough, we're going to understand your typical policy, your gray area, and what you can get away with, right? I mean, your business, you start to learn like, okay, I got to follow these codes and these rules. I can bend the rules a little bit and get away with it. If I do break the rules, my fine is X. I'm going to tell you right now, that stuff's real. Coming from a construction world, especially when I worked over in California and worked with private companies, private business owners, and it was like super expensive to provide safety gear to do a job versus what OSHA would fine you if you ever got caught. And then if you did, you just fight it and you go to court. I experienced that so many times where they were like, well, let's just not spend all that money on all that gear and deal with it, because it slows the job down, makes the employees work slower. We lose money and profit on it. And if we get caught, shit, it's only a $5,500 fine anyway. And we usually don't get caught. We can get away with 40 jobs before we even get caught. Well, the extra money we made makes up for the $5,000 risk. Okay, that is real. I'm going to tell you right now, that kind of stuff happens all the time. That's why we have regulatory compliance and why we have these little rules and these things. But people in the business world, if your fine is X, but you can make 10 times the fine, are you going to take the chance to get the fine? You get what I mean? So that, for me, I'm not a business guy with the whole stock market very well. But see, I don't doubt it no more. I don't doubt the naked shorts. I don't doubt all the crap they're doing. What I feel like, and again, it's just me, but what I feel like is happening is their hand got caught in a cookie jar, right? Back to cookie. Their hand got caught in a cookie jar by us, normal retail, that they didn't expect us to band together this many. And I don't doubt that if the whole financial system and the regulatory system didn't know it, they fine them, get a little bit of money. Oh, must tweet something out, or somebody does this. Let's get a little money. Hey, 20 million. Well, he tweeted that out. That $20 million was peanuts compared to what happened to Tesla after that. If you guys go back and look how much money he get out of that, right? Nothing on Elon. I kind of like him. But what I'm saying, I'm using his example, right? So you think they don't know what's going on? Like, you don't think that all of it's connected?
Exactly.
Right? Shit's connected, and it's all about the finances. Okay, well, guess what? We need a little money for our regulation. Who's getting caught now? Oh, well, Let me slap your hand. We'll take 4 years to investigate it. So when we're ready and we need some funding, we're going to fine you. Okay. All right. Keep making your money. I mean, it's like, come on, dude, I don't know if I can say this out loud, but there was a regulatory, there was a process that was happening that was slowing down. There was a permit issue that was slowing down a process with the solar industry. And it was causing issues due to the fact that people had unpermitted stuff on their property, because homeowners don't like to pay for permits. And some of these states like California will charge you a freaking arm and a leg, and you got to permit a damn swimming pool that you buy at Walmart that pops up, right? So people would break these permit rules. Homeowners are like, I ain't paying $75, $120. So I'm just going to put this extension roof on my house. I'm going to build a chicken coop. I'm going to build a storage shed. I'm going to do what I want because I'm an American. This is my freaking property, right? So these people would have that attitude. Well, here's the problem. You go apply for a real permit to do a real job on a house. Well, guess what they do? Hey, why you have all this unpermitted shit? Boom, I'm going to fine you. You're red tagged. You can't do anything until you pay me the permit fee that you should have paid me. Oh, and by the way, you got to get it permitted, meaning you got to make sure it fits our regulation. Well, unfortunately, you got this industry like solar, it's kicking ass and everybody's doing it, but everybody's getting busted because they're unpermitted. Now the county's losing what? What are these people losing? They're losing all the permit fees for these jobs because the customers are getting hit for these. And so anyway, I knew this situation where they figured out a way to make a qualification letter that put the responsibility on the homeowner, and they would happily look the other direction. I don't know if I'm saying that, how I'm trying to tell you that, but I'm telling you there's crap that happens to make things work, right? So everybody gets their money.
The thing is, like this, the further and further that we've dug into this, we've realized how deep this runs, and it's terrifying. It is like dude, how do we trust you guys?
So on that note, think about this. You got that hand caught in a cookie jar. And I don't talk about floors because I think if I put a floor on it, I don't know. It's just not a thing I do. I just don't get into floors. I just believe that I know the truth is it's limitless. Okay, I know that a true squeeze away, I understand it can go on for infinity. That I understand. So that's what I believe. And so I look at this and I go, okay, you got your hands caught in a cookie jar. And if it's as dramatic as we all believe it is, or majority of people, or a lot of people believe it is, if it's as dramatic of what could happen and come from this, we're talking about some serious, serious, serious damage, some serious money. They're saying 10 times what OA looked like. If you knew you're trying to run everything, you're running the country, you're running all this stuff. I was a leader. I ran business. I knew all the little stuff. I knew the problems. I knew the issues. I knew everything that was going on at all times and how I could destroy my team. And I wouldn't let people know certain things, but I can't. I can't tell everybody everything because you're trying to run a business. You're trying to run something. If you let everybody know everything and all the issues or problems you're having or money you're missing, you freak out the masses. Everybody freaks out and then they quit on you or whatever. These things can happen. So you got to think of it this way. You got this mess of a thing about to happen. And they got all these, all of a sudden, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but all these regulatory rules that are coming out now, did they do this last year, the year before that, a year before that?
So the regulatory rules that have been coming out have been like upped by huge percentages. And I think that they're triple percentages. The amount that's been coming out now, it just gives me even more conviction that they're trying to actually, it's either one of two things. And I unfortunately believe the latter. It's one of two things here. It is, they're trying to stand up for us and trying to figure out what's going on, or they're trying not to hold the bag.
You got a dam that's cracking. It's about to explode, is the way I look at it. And you got to keep that thing together as long as you can. And so you make these rules. Somebody's going to pay the price. We say Citadel, we say these people. Last time in 08, I was going to talk about 08 too, because I went through that and know a lot about what happened then too, because of my clientele. But we had 2 banks that went under. We had 5 banks that turned against them, had meetings and calls how to survive and said, screw you 2 guys, or Bears and Stern and the other one, right? You guys might have heard that story. Okay, you think they're not planning that now? Like, you got to hold this shit together long enough. You have to. Sorry for cussing, but I can get adamant. You hold it together long enough. You start creating those regulatories so that when it does collapse, you can come back and try to repair it all and say, okay, well, we have rules in place. No more allowed getting away with this. Let's be stricter. I mean, we had to do that in business too. You let your team get away with certain things until someone above you catches on and says, no, I don't want you doing that no more. What? I can't give them an extra 30-minute lunch break? No. Okay, guys, no more 30-minute lunch break. and you're the repeat vendor, so you're getting written up. While the rest of you, that's a learning lesson. I'm doing my job. So to me, I'm just looking at it as a business standpoint. There's a dam about to break. They're holding it together. There's probably good people holding it together. There's institutions. Everybody's trying to hold it together because they know how fucked up it's going to be. Because where is that money all going to come from? Where's everything going to happen? So let's get all the regulatory in place. Let's get all the plans in place. Let's create all the rules. Somebody pays for it. They're the scapegoat. It falls. It tumbles. Let's repair. Let's make an excuse out of it. Let's figure out a reset from it, and let's move forward.
So, I could not agree more with you about that. So the reason is if it's bag holding, if it's sticking up for us, if it's a little bit of both. I love the regulations that are coming out. I do know that this is going to be. I feel this is going to be a help. You know, this is going to be something that is going to be good for us. So that for me is amazing, and it gives me more conviction than ever. I've been convicted since, about AMC, since really I didn't know too much going in the beginning, but after February and after the Battle of 801, I YOLO'd all of my portfolio into AMC, every single dime I had. And Robinhood, all my Doge, all my Senseonics, everything that I had. I bought Senseonics at $1. I made some profit on that. All that stuff, I put it right into AMC. My Novan, my BBB, all of it. Boom, boom, boom. AMC. Open up an E-Trade account, get more AMC. Open up a Cash App, get more AMC. I was getting paid on Cash App for doing some. No one's here for my work is watching, right? Side jobs. And and put that money into AMC because I was actually going to transfer it into my account, and I went to go into transfer, and I saw stocks, and I'm like, really? Let me hit that. Oh, I could buy AMC on this? No problem. But I have pulled all that out of Cash App, and I have put it all into Webull as well. I've consolidated most of my accounts into two. So yeah. But we've talked big about what's going on with the mainstream media. And what's going on with how this is trying, and Sydney said something good in the channel as well, how outside of the U.S. this is all suppressed. This is all, the people aren't really seeing this. Now, some people know about this that are investors, obviously. We do have a lot of overseas apes, but most of this is going to be suppressed and not shown as much. So they don't really have an opinion on what's going on unless they know what's going on in the market. We know that for a while we had been made fun of, and we still get made fun of by dumbasses like Gasparino and dumbasses like Rich Greenfield. Dumbass. Well, who was it? Oh, you can say that name because I know what you're saying.
Mr. Kramer.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I thought you said streamer. Yeah, Kramer. Of course. Yeah, Kramer. Of course. Kramer.
Blowing up. If you guys haven't seen it, go to the XXX, the Marine XXX on Twitter. It's over 100,000 views now, but I called his ass out on his little attitude. You got to see it. Even if you don't watch my part, you got to see what he said about us, man. If that doesn't fire you up, something's wrong. Because, I don't know, it just makes me happier, to be honest with you, because when they're talking like that and he's talking like that, that's just proving I'm on the right path. I mean, it's just like the old theory when, try to lead the kid away from the cookie jar.
Rich and Kramer hole.
I'm going to go down it.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, we got 26 people in here right now, guys. If any of y'all haven't subscribed and liked, please go ahead and do that. It does get that YouTube algorithm going. Let's get more apes listening to this guy right here while the time that we have is still good. But I do want to talk about them shills. I do want to talk about them people trying to push AMC down. Now, I think that Gasparino, when he first got into this and started, talking shit about the apes and saying that we're dumb and saying that, we're trading from our mama's basement and we're using their money and, we don't have any bills and we're dumb and AMC is not a fundamentally profitable company and is never going to pay off their debt and blah, 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 blah. 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent. I don't think he was prepared. I don't think he was ready for what we unleashed because you know what? On a weekly basis, I go to that man's chat, and at the beginning, he was actually responding with, actual tweets that he was typing. Now he's given up that. Now he's just putting the same article back to back, and you know what? It's bullshit. Because if you click some of the articles that he puts down, it's the title's kind of passive, but it goes down and it says, Yet AMC just collected $900 million to pay off their debt and is now trading 400% over what it was a few months ago, and has surpassed an all-time high, and is sustaining an all-time high, since before May.
So I'll take a moment. I'm going to teach you something about that. And when I worked with a lot of the sales side and the psychology of things, and so like what I've learned about human nature, here's the thing. It's going to sound tough, but really, seriously, your mind and your brain is like a computer. And it sees and dissects information just like a computer would, and that's how it's going to function. And it learns at an early age. And you learn things that you can or cannot do, how to use your hands, how to open a door handle, how to speak, all those things. It's like when people have a serious accident, they got to restart all over again, and they got to retrain the brain. So it's like a computer crashing. Well, here's the thing. Your brain is trained to be right. Like, it needs to be right. So like if you plug it in and tell it that everything's yellow, it's going to do everything in the world to make everything yellow, because that's what it's programmed to do. The moment you start telling it that everything's green and it's already been trained that everything's yellow, it's going to fight you. Your brain will take over. It's called self-sabotaging. So you'll get so convinced that you're right about something that it'll be dead. I mean, no one's changing you. You will fight it. That's how arguments happen with wives and girlfriends and boyfriends, because one believes in something, the other one doesn't. The thing is they're both right because they've told their brains that they're right, and their brain will take over and fight tooth and nail because they are right. And what I see in old Charlie is that. I see exactly what you said. I think Charlie and Lightshed and them, they had to go down a path that they were directed in whatever field they're in. They didn't expect it to get as big as it did, but they had already told their brain that this is what it was. This is silly. It's just dumb apes. Maybe it started out that way. Maybe it wasn't just some Redditors, talking about cats and apes and all this silliness that an outside person wouldn't understand. But once they got too deep in it, how do you go back? They've already programmed their brain that that's exactly what it is. They've already told themselves and programmed themselves that we're dumb.
We're brainwashed. They try to brainwash us from the beginning.
Yes. And so now they are so deep that how can a guy like Charlie, this is why I can easily call him out. And I'll call you out again, Charlie. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on a call.
Yeah, he's not watching us right now. He's too freaking scared.
But did you get what I'm saying? So they're so deep that him and Kramer, you can see Kramer's attitude when AMC comes up. I saw it on his video. That's why I called him out on it. You can see it from one man to another, from one human to another. I can see it in their body action. I can see it in their eyes. Okay. They think they are so convinced that they were right that they can't go back. If they tried now, if Kramer, Lightshed, or freaking Gasparino came out and said, okay, I'm going to admit, they'd be a big man. Okay. It would take a lot.
Yeah, we respect that.
They would have to work really hard and go against their functions of their brain and say, I was wrong. And that takes a real person to do that. Why? Because you're fighting your own brain. It's life or death. Your brain will fight to live, and it will fight to be right.
How likely do you think that of happening, though?
It's not, because they're going to fight to be right. And they have to now. Their reputation depends on it, their careers, everything they've done, the entire path. If they did a 360 right now, what would they look like? So they're already on that path, and it sucks. And that's why I can easily challenge them, because I know there's no way they could change. There's no way. I guarantee you, I don't want to use the word guarantee, but I can pretty much 99.99% tell you that all three of those fellas, I'm going to challenge them till I can't challenge them no more. But I bet you none of them will take me up on it. I honestly don't think that any of them will face me. I'm just a regular old dude. Why don't you come talk to me?
Of course they're not going to face you, bro, because they know the energy that you have. They know the conviction that you have. They know what you have to bring to the table. And there's no way that they're going to chance that and make themselves look dumb, because you know what? You will make them look dumb. I will make them look dumb. Like, that's not a problem. You know what? They can say, spit all the knowledge at me, and I'm going to look at that camera and be like, buy and hold is what you say? Thank you. Yeah, that's
I'm going to simply say, if I'm correct here, what little bit of knowledge I had about the stock market that I was taught, and I think one of the best guys ever in the history of stock markets, Mr. Buffett, I think they all talked about patience, and they all talked about that, hey, get in, and it's the long person. It's not the day trader. It's not the swing trader. If you're going to do good in the market, you're going to get in, and you're going to buy, and you're going to hold. Why the fuck is it a problem now? Why now is all of a sudden we're bad because we decide to buy and hold? Like, for real, think about that. We've been told, anybody, that's the one thing you were told. If you're going to invest, buy and hold. Buy and hold. But now we're dumb and the assholes for holding?
It's because we took a move out of their book. As that meme came out there, y'all mad because we did capitalism? You know? Listen, guys. What? You guys have millions upon millions upon billions out there that you take from us. We are using our income. We are moving things around. We are taking luxuries that we have in our life, and we are cutting those down or eliminating those in entirety to put into this movement that we believe in day in and day out, week in and week out. This is exhausting. This is emotionally taxing. People have been saying about the whole mental health about what's going on with this. I could not agree with that more. Shoot, a couple people that know me know exactly why. So it's just, we gotta stay together on this, guys.
You think here's another one. You think for a moment, okay? And this is, they say we're dumb is because the reason I think they say we're dumb is because we won't look. We never question. And I honestly, I think it's dumb if we don't question. I do. I think if we don't stand up and question and ask what's happening, then yes, we are dumb. We're accepting the title of being dumb.
They don't want us to question. They say they want us to question. They don't want us to question. Clay bro in the house. What's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by.
So you think there is an insider trading. Now let's talk about sports. I'm gonna use sports as an example. I like to use analogies.
Okay.
So they call it tampering. So you got now the basketball players and mainly basketball, but football and different people, they want to play on a different team. So they start colluding, right? They've been doing that. They figure out how can I get traded. They've been forcing these trades because they want to get in a better market, because if they get in a better market and they go play at another team, they might win a championship, which now can lead to, a bigger fan base. And then if they're in a bigger market, it could lead it to bigger money. That's why they're doing it. These athletes have gotten smarter from the older athletes, right? They collude, they figure out how to talk. Now, that's illegal in the NBA. It's called tampering. If this coach or this player says, hey, dude, we're like best buddies on the weekend. You and I hang out, like me and you, right? Let's say you play for this one, I play for another. We're talking right now. I'm like, bro, come play with me. That's fucking tampering. I can't do that. You signed a contract with the company you're with. You're supposed to stay over there. But it happens all the time. And every once in a while, somebody slips up and they catch it. Okay? The Houston Astros got busted for their cheating scandals. The New York Mets, all of them. There's all this shit where humans do it, right?
Right.
So you're going to tell me that these hedge funds that have drinks after they get off of work, that know each other, that go from one hedge fund to another, because in the sales world, people switch jobs all the time. You go to the next guy that gives you a bigger commission or gives you a better opportunity. So these hedge funds do the same damn thing. They bring in the young people. They get them all hyped up to make money. They don't know shit. They come out of college. They start teaching them, because I used to be a trainer in sales. You teach them, you teach them. You get 5 people, maybe one last. And you build them up and turn them into a superstar. And it's a cycle until they get old and they start their own fund, or they get smart and they move on, or whatever. They know each other. So you don't think they're not colluding? You don't think that they're not helping and designing and creating the people behind the closed doors? And then they come out, the coaches and the managers come out and say, hey, guys, this is what's going to happen today. I want you all to be doing this, this, and this. Yeah, I can't guarantee it, but I wish I could bring a hedge fund person on or somebody. So
you know what? I have a friend that is, if you guys have watched The Voice, I'm friends with her back from New York. Her name's Caitlin Caporelli. She was on, I think she made it in a couple of rounds on The Voice. I don't know how many seasons ago it was, but it was a couple years ago. I was talking to her the other day because she has a big presence, and her boyfriend was actually on Wall Street recently and just quit. So I have been trying to get information from her to see if I can get him and her on to talk about some information that I know. Now, I do want to make sure that he's protected in case anything does happen. So I still am ironing details out. I'm not 100% sure if that can happen. So I do want that if it's possible. But Natalie Hess is in the chat, and she says something that I do want to talk about. She says, this is awesome, by the way. I've been liquidating long-term plays slowly over the past few weeks to keep adding AMC. I just want to hold until my next price alert and take my mind off the ticker, but it's so hard to do. Couldn't agree with that more. Like, every day, I wish that I could. I feel like if I turn the TV off, which I have, I've turned the ticker off before back in the past. Honestly, before it shot up into the 70s. Ever since then, it's been on the whole time. But before that, I would turn it off sometime, but I would find myself going on my Webull app every couple of minutes just to check the price action and see what's going up and down. I can't pull away from AMC. AMC right now is not 100% my life, but it is a big, big, big part of it. Claybrill in the house again, saying what's up to Natalie. Brett TX, one hedge fund to another, to central banks and back to the hedge funds. Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing right now.
Let me answer a question. What I do for that?
Sure.
Kind of come up with a solution. And if you guys know Rogue Legacy, he does a channel too. I've talked with him. Him and I spent quite a few hours together, and he kind of agrees with me too. What I recommend in that situation, especially the bigger you get, I kept, and I'm gonna say it out loud, I did keep the Robinhood app open because I do like how easy the damn thing is to look at stuff, and I can look at the lines and candles because it's like simply easy for a crayon-eating Marine. But here's why I did that. I don't look at my account. See, I don't look at the numbers. That's why I told you I don't even know where I'm at, because I haven't actually looked at my account in a week at least. I don't know how much money's in there. I don't want to know how much money's in there, because when I was looking at it, it was really freaking hard to see me go up $78,000. And I'm like, shit, I made $78,000 in 5 hours. And then have days where I lost $48,000 in a day, and $52,000, and I gained $36,000. Like, it just kept getting bigger, and those numbers start emotionally messing with me.
Oh my gosh, it was so taxing to see 19,000 plus, 22,000 plus. Then I saw 6,000 down, 9,000 down, 12,000 down. I was like, no, don't give me like this. AMC, the only one I like.
When that day I saw pretty much a year's worth of salary for me go. I gained a year's worth of salary in one day. I was like, oh my God, you know. But then when I saw I lost almost a half a year or more worth of salary in one day, I was like, oh shit. So when I was talking to Rogue, he agrees with me. I stopped looking at that. That actually doesn't matter. The money part does not matter. It's the fluctuation and just the stock price. And so the reason I keep my RH open is because it's easy to me, and I can go to it real fast. I have a design, I can just look and I can go, oh, okay. And I can see the shit fuckery that's happening. And I'm like, oh, here we go. It's the same damn game, because you know what? I don't even need to look anymore, because it's the same thing anyway. You know, discount Mondays. We got 3 or 4, 6 days worth of green. And then we got these red days. I'm like, oh, perfect. I got my red day. I can go buy some more. And so I had to emotionally detach from that dollar value and focus on just watching that ticker. Ain't nothing wrong with watching the ticker. It's kind of fun. I'm like, oh, look at that. And then some days I don't even really look anymore, because here's the thing. I don't care if it's 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 300, 500, 600, 700. I don't plan on selling. So what difference does it make? Why do I need to look at it?
Right.
Makes the money account. You get what I'm saying?
It does make it easier. I've turned off the little eye on there, so I can't see my profits when I go into Webull. I just see what the AMC ticker is, and that has helped me.
It does. I'm telling you, it's a mental thing. So I'm big. I want to get that story out to more people, because I'm sure, dude, I got a buddy that's got a few mil. Okay. And when we hit that $72, I knew his numbers, and I'm like shitting my pants. I'm like, bro, I think you're sitting on like 4.7 million, and I'm like, holy shit. And then all of a sudden when we went down to 40 something, I'm like, dude, what did it feel like to lose $2 million? You know what I mean? Like, the thought of that.
That's scary.
I know other people that got even more and more. Like, I've met people in this business now, or in this community long enough that I've met some guys with some serious change, and I'm in the middle, and then some people with smaller change, or whatever the case is. But see, it's all relevant to you. That you just said $7,000, dude. That's a chunk of change, right? And that's a chunk for people to see them gain or lose. So straight from the Marine to me, from you guys, the audience, all however many 16, 25, 30 we got, stop looking. Just look at the ticker itself. Enjoy the ticker.
Yes.
Watch the red. Stop looking at your money part, because it's unrealized anyway, and it's going to be unrealized.
You know what? That's a big thing to say. The unrealized gains. That's exactly right. You know what? When I had a bunch of money in my account, I had 6 figures. It was amazing. I loved it. And it wasn't just the first part of the 6 figures. It was going up there, and I had loved ones and friends, and I was like, I can't believe I'm doing so well. This is off this much of an investment. Look at me. They told me they didn't believe in me. They said I was crazy. They said AMC was going to burn. They said it was going in the trash can. And I had my conviction. I said, y'all will see. Y'all will see. And they told me, why don't you sell that? Why don't you sell that? That's a lot of money. You know what? That's pennies. That's pennies. That's pennies what we're holding on to, guys. And when I saw it tank down, and I was like, that's okay. That's okay. I'm 500% up right now. I'm 400% up right now. I'm okay. Like, no matter what, I'm up. I'm up.
Period. Right?
I'm up.
I made the mistake, like I said, the wife isn't highly involved. I made the mistake that day that we went up to 72, flipping my phone and showing her. And her eyes got real big, and she goes, oh my God, babe, sell some. I'm like, what? And she goes, no, sell like at least 40 grand. I said, no, it doesn't work like that.
Nope.
And she goes, are you sure? Are you sure? I said, babe, I got this. She goes, no, I mean, I talked to my parents. It might be smart that you take some of that so you don't lose it. I said, babe, I had none of this not too long ago. Like, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. I've been in this long enough to know, I've got it, baby. Okay, I got us. Don't worry. This is going to be life-changing. Okay, I trust you. I haven't showed her since.
Yeah.
I stopped because it wasn't fair. I realized I was doing an injustice to her because she had no clue. She didn't understand.
That must have been a huge emotional spike for her.
Dude, it was insane. And then it stressed me out afterwards. I was thinking, and I ain't gonna lie, for a second there, I was like, well, shit, that is a lot of money. What if I did just sell off and secure?
I've had those thoughts.
Let me secure 40 grand of that, like she said. I mean, that'll pay off. And then I'll still have a bunch in there. And then I was like, no, it's not the fucking plan, Marine. Stick to the mission.
Exactly.
But I'm telling you, don't look at that unrealized gain or unrealized loss. Just focus on the ticker. Focus on what's in your heart and the fundamentals of what's in your heart, you know, where we're at, and just stay encouraged and make a decision for yourself. I'm not going to tell you when you can or cannot sell. I just want to help you with tools to control the emotions behind it, because it doesn't have to have the emotions. Get the passion. That's what I have. It's passion. You have passion for it. It makes the money easy.
Exactly. Let's go over some things these people are saying, because I know that they want us to read these off to them.
Yes.
Who they got? So Jordan Ramsey, he is a newest subscriber. Oh no, he's not. Peter Lee is, and I'm down a shot. I'm gonna take that in a second. New to the group, but I want to learn how I can get on board. You know what? Hit me up on Twitter my DMs, and I will definitely get you on board. Hit this man up too. Hit the XXX the Marine XXX, or you know what? Triple X the Marine XXX. I say it that I shouldn't say it that way. It sounds dirty. And and Sydney Mick down beneath me. Follow everyone that's in this chat. Honestly, if you want some good information, all these people here have it. If you want conviction, if you need confidence, hit us up. We are open to suggestion. We are open to question. Jody says, thank you, Cookie. Yes, follow her. She has good information too. Natalie Hess, when it hit $70, my brother called me from Colorado and said, you need to sell. He knows how much I bought months ago in you know, parentheses. And I said, oh no, this is nowhere near the potential. Exactly. Pennies on the dollar. I am learning a lot here. Thank you so much, Melinda Scott. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I take shots for every subscriber, which reminds me, I need to take a shot. And I'm going to get back to these questions, I promise. Down Periscope. Oh god. I'm pretty sure it's like 12 shots.
Is it vodka, peppermint schnapps? What are you drinking?
Gin.
Jim Beam?
No, gin.
Oh, gin.
Yeah,
okay.
It tastes like trees in my mouth.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm sorry, I haven't got. Listen, AMC, I'm not buying liquor.
Ivan, man, make this guy drink some more gin. He's suffering for you. That's.
Oh, I'll sell to regain. Wait, what? Oh, I'll sell to regain my investment. Don't care if someone calls me paper hands, but then I'll rebuy these shares on the next dip because the way up isn't going to just shoot to the moon.
I tried that. I tried that early on. You know, I was, you know, because you're learning, right? So I admit it. I'm like trying to figure out everything, figure out my place in the business, where I'm at, and I thought, okay, well, you know, this whole up and down thing, right? I mean, I hear some people are saying you can make a little extra money, and I'm like, well, maybe I can sell, you know, a few shares, take that money, and then when it dips again, buy more, and then build my base, right?
See,
I lost 20 shares doing it, bro. I did, because the value kept going, and then I was like, well, screw it, I want my shares back, so I had to turn around and buy back while I could, and I never do it again. And that was quite a while ago, but I learned my lesson one time. So I'm mitten. I thought I'd be cool and just share, you know, it was like 90 shares. I'll just sell 90, make a little cash off top so I can get to 100, right? I was thinking, ooh, if I sell the 90 and it dips a little, I can redo it and I can get to 100. Because I'm a dumb Marine, I want to try, right? Well, guess what? That 90 is now freaking 72 or whatever. It was 70 or something.
Okay,
yeah, dude, it's
let me. I'm gonna read up on these because someone's getting a little salty in here. Okay, listen, the day trading of AMC, I don't recommend. I don't condone it at all. But I can't tell you what to do with your investment. I'm not a financial advisor. I disagree with you 100%. You are part of the movement because you have AMC shares, but you are not an ape. I only drink champagne, not a big drinker. That's okay. Dude, humble printed millionaires. Okay. Save it for the squeeze, day love. What did I missed a bunch right here? So risky. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Sydney. No, I'm not learning. I know my exit strategy. It's not about making a little extra money. It's about protecting my investment. I'm a girl, not a bro. Well, you can still be a bro. That's okay. Vig, I still want to see his Marine challenge coin. He put it up. Put up that Marine challenge coin again. I've got shares to burn. That's okay. I'd rather double my money than that way than lose any shares. Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. Can I trust TD Ameritrade? Absolutely. I do believe you can trust TD Ameritrade. Look at that beautiful coin right there, guys. Buffett style. I'm not day trading AMC, but you said that you're protecting your investments. When I saw it drop 50%, it did not faze me. My focus is on the price, not a quick buck. Okay, well, DD for 214, absolutely. I agree with you on that. Kat, I'm not day trading AMC, but you said that you protected your initial investment. So you sold shares and you gave some shares to the hedge funds. Yeah, I don't know how many you sold, but you did give shares to the hedge funds, and they were able to cover some positions because of you. LOL, I can still be a bro. Fair enough. Just thought you thought I was a dude. No, now that I know that you're a woman, that is a-okay. Welcome to the Vigilance. Welcome to the AMC Vigilante channel. As I said, I can disagree with you. I can have an opposing opinion. It doesn't mean I hate you. You are still part of the movement. Just can't be called an ape. No, I haven't sold shares yet. Okay, well, listen. You don't need to protect your investment. I can promise you this. It will go up, it will go down, it will go up higher, it will go down. What does Trade call it? Trades calls it. Okay, I can't talk anymore, I'm drunk. Trades call it. What does he call it? Higher highs and higher lows. Just hold and make sure that you don't sell any shares, especially before you vote. Another thing about voting, guys, I've said it all the time, make sure you do vote. Even if you're voting neutral, even if you're voting no, even if you're voting yes. If you don't want to tell your position on the 25 million share dilution, that is 100% okay. How do you feel about that? If you don't want to answer, let me know.
I'll answer that.
Okay.
I actually had a video out. So here's the thing. In my opinion, two things. One, everybody should vote, period. Okay, I'm a big advocate. You should vote. You have a right to your vote. That's why we have the ability to vote as owners in this company. You got one share, you got 500 shares, you got 5,000 shares. You're an owner in this company. That makes you a business owner. So you have a right to vote. So I highly encourage that. Now, two, for running businesses, when there's someone in charge, because I've been in charge before, I need to make sure that I can keep a group unity and get everybody on page with the same mission and the same plan, then I can be successful. If I'm not able to get everybody on the same mission and the same plan, and I have people fighting against me, it's very hard to make the mission work. And then it becomes a battle and a fight. So for me, knowing that, I look at it this way. I like Adam. I like Mr. Aaron. I've liked what I've seen from a business standpoint. I've liked what I've heard from him. I like a lot of the things he's done.
I trust him.
I'm gonna trust him. So for me, for this to work and for it to be successful, is I believe you want to show the greatest bullish moment of our lifetime, show them that we all come together and we made a decision together.
So based off of, oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, that will show the world that we aren't just a bunch of people trying to control something. We're a bunch of people believing in something. And the world will go, wow, I want a piece of that too. So that's my belief. But you got to do what you got to do. But I will tell you, don't be an idiot. Vote.
Yes. Me, myself, I've said it in many chats. I've said it in Claybros chats. I believe in Adam Aaron. I believe in what he's doing. Okay, first of all, you got to understand this, guys. Without us, AMC would have went bankrupt. Now, to continue not being bankrupt, they have to capitalize on what is going on to make a solid foundation for themselves to continue on into the future. If AMC goes bankrupt, we are fucked.
Right.
AMC is not going to go bankrupt. Adam Aaron is too smart for that. They've already raised 900 million plus in capital. Whoa, I'm sorry, 1.2?
No, 2.1 billion.
Billion. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. My numbers are way off. They have raised and raised and raised. They are not going anywhere, guys. And I, too, will be voting yes on 25 million shares. You know why? Adam Aaron promised us 100% that he will not use these shares in any point of 2021.
You can't legally do it anyway.
Legally, yeah, it's an SEC filing.
Yep.
So I trust him. He wants this for us. And you know what? Let me tell you this, guys. When this does squeeze, and in my honest, humble opinion, that's a guarantee, Kat. This is going to squeeze. This is inevitable.
So let me run this past you, brother, from me to you, since we're kind of chatting and we can hear each other. Think about this for a second. So if you're a bunch of people out there that have been painting us, they've been painting us as dumb and they've been painting us as controlling. Stupid Kramer today, the video I busted him on was him saying that, we're controlling 2 stocks. That's all we got, and we control 2 stocks. So they painted us as those people that are controlling the stock. I truly feel like Adam Aaron came out with that 500 million offering thing and started that just to create a trap. And then he took it off the table. That to me was unrealistic. I never believed that 500 million was going to be a real thing. But they knew they had 47 million or 43 million, however many, still available that they've had for the last 7 years or whatever. And I believe, this is just me, but when you look at this and you think about this, that's why I said a bullish moment. They think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the public, meaning the media companies, the hedge funds, and everybody thinks that us apes control this company the way we do, and we're all going to vote no, and we're going to screw the company over because we're greedy. So they've already painted that picture. I believe without a doubt they already did, and they're ready. So when the vote comes back and it comes back no, they're going to, I'll mark my words on this call tonight, if that happens that way, that the media and the hedge funds don't start posting all these freaking articles about how the ape movement had shut down and controlled the company and what children we acted like. I'm thinking like a Marine and a chess move. And I'm like, well, screw them, because 25 million ain't going to hurt me anyway. It's going to support the company that I believe in. It's going to make the company that I believe in grow. It's giving something back to me. We might have saved them, but they're giving something back to me, to you and me, right? I want to go against what they are thinking. I'm the one, I don't compete, I dominate. So I want to dominate their asses. And I'm thinking if we have unity around this and we support together and we come together and we have unity and we stand behind our CEO, it's going to blow their effing minds when that thing comes back and it's been approved. The media, how are they going to spend that? Think about it. What would they say?
Exactly. More. They're going to create more fucking FUD out of nothing.
Hey, all the apes, 4 million, 5 million people came together and said, yes, sir, here's 25 million shares, which is 1% of what he was asking for before, which is going to dilute. I hate the word dilute, but whenever it does happen next year, if it even happens next year,
offering,
or whatever happens, it's like 3% of the overall float anyway, right?
Yep.
I through them, and just my opinion, I think the smartest move is doing that because we come together as a unity and as a team and as a true ape family, and we stick it to them. Because mark my words tonight, brother, we're going to remember this. Whenever that vote comes back, if it comes back no, I guarantee you there's going to be articles talking shit about us apes doing that to the company.
Yep. Well, I believe that there are also going to be articles that when it passes yes, it's going to say, more FUD. AMC is set to dump 25 million shares into the market. Now, let me capitalize off what was being said from Kat inside the chat. She says, so what if they lock us down in another COVID variant this fall? That's my concern. Who gives a shit? They've already raised enough capital. They can sustain themselves for a long, long, long time. Yes, but if the squeeze doesn't happen before January, it's dilution. Okay, so what if it doesn't happen in January and 25 million shares get dumped into the market? Listen, guys, how many shares did we gobble the fuck up in the last 6 months?
So do you guys know about that wave theory thing? So if you guys look, did anybody follow Tesla last year?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to pull that chart. If you look at that chart of Tesla from December 2019 through November 2020, if you look at the Tesla and the split, Tesla did 2 offerings, if I recall. They did fucking huge offerings, like $3 billion and then like $2 billion or something like that. I could be wrong, but it was huge, right? They did that twice during the process.
What was the years? What was the years? I'm sorry, from the dates?
2019, the end of 2019. If you look at November, it was just under $100.
Yep.
Or at least on. Yeah.
Oh shoot, $7.31, $35.
Yeah. And if you watch it all the way through November, December of 2020.
11.29, $70.
Yeah. And then it got up to.
There it goes.
November 1st of 2020, it was it hit its all-time peak, I think, or something because it split. So you guys got to remember when it split 5-1, based on that current high at the time of 803 or whatever it was, that put that stock at 5 times 803. That put that at a 40 or 70. It was 803.
So this is actually saying January 29th of 2021. It hit its all-time high of $900.40.
Yeah, I was looking at the year before, but yes, the newest. I'm thinking in a 1 year slot. Sorry.
Gotcha.
look at an entire 1 year, because it went up, it hit its peak, and it came back down, and then it's, it did its thing. But it had 2 major offerings in all that, 2 big ass offerings, like a crap ton, bro. And what did it do to the stock? It was like the wave theory effect. It like gave more and kept the momentum going. And then the next time they raised, and it helped the company, which then stabilized the company. And then it made outside investors and institutions go, well, okay, this company is more stable. Because you're talking about a company almost went bankrupt in 2017 or 8, whenever it was. They were on the verge of bankruptcy. So that's where I'm like, if Tesla can do that and offer that much of an offering twice during their squeeze or their long-term run, and still make it to over $4,000, or if you're saying $9,000 or 900 times 5, that's what the hell is that? 9. I'm good at math, and I'm not thinking right now. That's like 40.
It sounds like we've changed Cat's mind here. We'll buy those shares up. You guys are right. I like the recovery there, Cat. Oh, that was better. That was almost as good as Melissa Lee's recovery.
We would scoop them up. We just had an offering several times recently where some stocks came in. We had the Chinese company, I can't think, Wanda, sold off their 45 million. And what did it do? If you go back and look at the charts, every time the stocks came in, we rose. And he's right. He says that. I know the fear behind it, but Elliott wave theory, that's what it's called. Google and research it. I talked to some smart people, man. I'm in part of some smart groups, and they just told me, and I'm like, dude, it makes sense. Drop a little. It's like you got a wave going. You got to drop some more rocks in to make the wave bigger. And I'm not scared, man. 25 million is a drop in the hat to me. But what I am is I want to screw the hedge funds. And I think by doing that is we got to do the opposite of what they're thinking. And people are going to hate me, and I might have screwed up tonight, and I may ruffle some feathers, and people on people on one side of the aisle. But I'm seriously thinking about us too, and the company. And I just think that if we can just wrap our brains around one common theme, we're willing to do this. This is the route we're going. They will be shocked. They'll be like, what?
They're already shocked.
I know, but they will be like, these people actually care. They're not just being greedy, dumb apes. They
Yeah.
actually care about the company. Oh my God.
Like, we are going to change the world, guys. Like, this is like the 100%. There's too many people out here that want to give back because of the positions that they've been in, that they're currently in. They're waiting for this. We're going to give back. Am I going to give back? You absolutely know it. Am I going to buy back into AMC? You absolutely know it. Oh my gosh. 10% of my earnings are going to go right back into AMC. I'm going to buy that bad boy up. Maybe I'll have my own freaking AMC movie theater. You never know, but I'll definitely be going to one all the time. I'm going to rent those theaters out.
1-year-old hometown classic. Dude, you got to go to the theaters, bro. Everybody's going to go to the theaters. You just can't get away from that, man. Like, and then you know what? There's another side. You want to get tinfoil hat? Think about this. You want to control us? Take our housing away from us, make us rent, keep us in debt, and don't allow us to socialize with human beings. Let's not go to the movies anymore. We'll just provide you stream and never leave your house. We're going to control you. You don't need to be with other people, because if we can keep you apart, you'll keep working and doing what we need you to do. Now, that's a little thin tinfoil hat. I get it. But like, I'm sorry. Human connection is one of the best things we can have. Being around somebody and feeling the energy from their soul and connecting with them, besides just your wife or your kids, it's freaking healthy for you. And besides maybe just the person at that you work with, seeing those people, seeing the smiles on their face, the kids running around in the theaters, the smell of the popcorn in the air, the soda that you spilt in your lap. How do you not fucking fight for that?
Man, we hit an all-time high of people in here at one time, guys. We had 30 people in here. That's the most that's ever been in this channel. You guys are freaking awesome. AA is not only running a company out of a heavily short. Oh wait, I'm sorry. AA is not only running a company out of a heavily shorted company, but also mindful of the shareholders who believe a squeeze is imminent, which it is, in my opinion. He has a lot on his plate. I pray for him too. Yeah, he definitely does. And you know what? He has been there for us. Can you think of another CEO that's been like this for anyone else? Hell no. No way. That's why I have conviction. That's why I believe in him. Don't listen to the FUD. But here's the thing. The research that you do, if you come to the conclusion that you want to vote no, that is your decision. But make sure that you vote. And if you are unsure at all, maybe don't be swayed on either side. Vote neutral. At least your vote counts. But make sure that you vote before the time period. I have not voted yet. I'm going to wait until a couple of days before, 2 or 3. I do want to see what happened because I do know that AA likes to play some 4D chess. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. I'm looking forward to what's going to be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, I feel some green candles. I'm thinking tomorrow's going to be good.
So here's the theory on that one. You get me thinking now. So let me ask you this. So we have been in a pretty long squeeze, in a sense, or not even squeeze. I don't even call it a squeeze. It's not. We've been in a rise, right? We're rising. You know, we were just talking. It wasn't that long ago. I could buy 100 shares for $1,000. Now I spend $1,000 and I'm lucky to get what 10 or however many 20 shares. So like it's risen. It keeps rising. If you look at the Tesla's example, as Tesla rose, played its game, and kept rising, right? Kept rising. Well, even with all those offerings. So if you're thinking on a business standpoint, and again, this is just me thinking outside the box, and I'm looking and like, if I'm playing chess, I'm running a company, like, why would I not? I'm taking advantage, stabilize a company, use my last 43 million shares, get all the money I can, make us stable. We're looking good. I can't tell you. I think that was bullish. I can't tell you out loud that I did that for a reason because I know where we're headed. But I'm going to ask for another 25 million shares because here's the thing. Even with, as this thing does rocket and what we all know it's going to do you guys think it's going to drop back down to 0 after it's over with?
Hell no.
No. Go look at what happened to Tesla. Tesla peaked and dropped back down, and then it hit an all-time high you were talking about, right?
Yep.
So and this is where floors and all that stuff, 100 grand, 500,000. I don't want to get into that. I do not want to argue that because that's something I don't know, and I have no qualifications to tell you. All I do know is it can be infinite. But here's the thing. Even with us selling and everybody starting to sell and pulling out at whatever direction you decide to do it, wherever you're at, and people are pulling out, the thing is we're sucking in more and more funds. We're sucking in more and more stuff. It's not like it's all going to disappear overnight. So let's just say it follows the route of Tesla. Stay with me. This is not a floor. This is not me saying this is where we're at. But let's just say we follow that route. And it gets up, and then people start selling, and it's in comparison to Tesla's, because he's not doing a split. He said he ain't doing a split. So it gets up to $2 grand, $3 grand.
Yeah, split talk was bullshit.
Okay. And so it gets up to that $3 grand or whatever.
I forgot, I can't hear me.
And people are selling. People start selling because $3 grand's a shit ton of money too, right? And so people get that in their head. It ain't going back to fucking 50. I just don't see that happening. I'm sorry. So even post squeeze, how the hell does it even get back down to 50? And I think on a business standpoint, he knows that. So why not ask for 25 million shares? Because even if it gets down to 200 or 300 or 400 or wherever it gets back to, what the hell is 300 times 25 million or 25 million? Dude, you're talking serious money for the company to do some major stuff next year or the year after. Like, it's the smartest thing on the face of the planet. It's 25 million times 300, 500.
AMC's not going anywhere.
No. And
we're not going to let it.
No. And that's why I'm saying I'm not scared of it. I mean, you can obviously tell I don't have to say where I voted, but you know where I feel. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm adamant about it because I'm like, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going to affect nothing to me. And that price is going to stay high even afterwards. Because anything over where it's at now is still high. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I mean, look at GameStop. You know, GameStop was trading in, what, $5, $10, right? And it's sustained over $100 for the longest of times. Now it's sustaining, I think, over $200. I didn't look at GameStop today because I'm not personally invested in GameStop. I was a little bit late on that. So let's see, what did GameStop close off on today?
I think it's two something, but
yeah, 219.34. So I mean, it was down today, but it's sustaining over that, guys. Like that's amazing.
So I'm not going to say it, but some people want to say, because I'm not going to offend. I have a few shares of GME. My heart's in AMC, and I've said that a million times. And I'm not out to offend anybody whatsoever. And people say that was the squeeze, mini squeeze, minus whatever. 400 high, I believe more than that, but even still, you just hit it. It got like 435, 475, whatever it was. It got that all-time high.
Yep.
And then it dropped back down. But dude, it was like you just said, it was $5, $2, $10, and it's still over 200.
We're not even there yet, guys.
So you get what I'm saying? So like, how? I mean, come on, it's the smartest damn move in the world to ask for 25 million, because even after post squeeze, it's going to be worth so much money. So even if they sold 5 million at $500, how much money is that for the company?
Change might to is.
Why would they not? it would just be stupidity. That's just my opinion. Sorry, I'm being passionate, but that, you know what?
No, we have to be passionate about this, guys. Like if we're not passionate about this, we can falter. And I've told this yet time and time again. No one's gonna break my conviction on this. And there's plenty of other apes out there like me that feel like that. If you guys need confidence, hit any one of us up. Like hit the Marine up, hit myself up, hit everyone in the chat up, everyone that I have posted up here. Hit them up. They will help you through maybe your woes. They will give you information if you ask for it. Everyone in here is friendly. Like this is a chill place. This is a nerd social club. We talk at night. You know, I talk about AMC every single every single stream. I mean, obviously this is all about AMC. But I'm not a technical guy. I don't you know, look at the charts on the stream and show you what's going on there. Can I do some basic charting? And yeah, I can. I taught myself some things. Do I only play in shares? No, I play in options too, but I learned as I went along. Yeah, hit Claybro up. Yeah, hit him up. He has some great information. He might not respond to you because he has a response rate of T+2. So you respond to him one day, he get back to you 3 or 4 days later. Unless it's me, he will get back to me faster. So if y'all want to hit me up to hit him up, you know, I'll be the middleman for Claybro. Natalie, I haven't decided on my vote, so I love having these discussions. Exactly. Yeah, these discussions need to be happening. And you just don't be afraid to listen to someone's opposing opinion, because that's how sometimes good information is transferred back and forth. You might still keep your conviction in what you're going to decide on vote, but you might have to be like, oh, you know, that is interesting, but I still believe in this. Or, you know, hey, that is interesting, let me flip-flop. That is okay, but just do your own research and have your own feelings about that. You can surely listen to other people, but again, this is your money. We're not financial advisors.
And I surround myself with people and I listen to them all, and then I make a conclusion from that. That is, I mean, it's biblically written. Surround yourself with, you know, with good, wise counsel, many counsel, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to listen to everyone. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong or you're right. And then I'm going to take from it, and I'm going to decide my decision, and I'm going to share how I feel. But I'm not telling you to do what I do at all. You have to make that decision. But I'm going to be a support for you, and I'm going to be adamant about it, and I'm going to stand behind you. And I will not call you a shill. I will not downplay you or put you down at all. I'm about love. I'm about this community. And if you decide to do what you decide to do, I'm still going to support you, because you have that fundamental right, because you are a business owner.
Exactly.
Everyone that own a stock, one stock, you're a business owner. One stock, you're a business owner. You own part of AMC.
And you know what? But he's still, the thing is, this man here, he's of course not going to call you a shill for asking questions that, you know, might say, oh, you're a shill in other chats. And I get that this is an emotional journey. We're emotionally invested in this. But the true shills is where we step into play and tell them exactly what we feel, and show them that they're not going to be able to break us. We will continue to fight the shills for you guys, and I do it daily. I enjoy it. I laugh at them. You know what? And I've turned into Charlie's game here a little bit. Go ahead.
I would say I would be worried if we didn't have them.
Exactly. We're on the right path. As I saw in a tweet or maybe it was a meme. You know, when you're playing a video game, when you run into enemies, you're going the right way.
Yep, that's right.
You know, you're going in the right direction if you see enemies. If you go in the wrong direction, there can't be no one there. But you go in the right direction, there's going to be enemies. And these mainstream media calling us dumb money and calling us clowns and saying that we don't know what we're talking about and we're gonna lose all our money. When the fuck have you cared about our money before?
Yeah, right.
You know what? You're just making me feel even better about this. Even more convicted, even more vigilant. So yes, we will fight for you, but we will not call you shills if you're trying to come into AMC and you have questions. There are new apes coming aboard every single day, and they are not on the same playing field that we are, because they do not have the information that we have. And you got to think, guys, we had those thoughts back in the day. We thought to ourselves, we said, oh my gosh, what if this doesn't happen? I had that butterfly effect in my stomach. I had anxiety all the time. I mean, I still do, but I mean, it's not for saying that AMC is not going to squeeze. Unflappable, infallible. Is that what you meant to say? But that's okay. So just remember, guys, hit us up. We're not going to call you shills if you're truly here for the movement. But if you're here to bash AMC Belfort, if you're here to bash AMC Gasparino, yeah, we're going to come down on you with the horde.
Well, we got some really professional shill and FUT hunters.
And we
I'm
have some
telling
you know what we do, and you know what, we have some professional supporters into us, like Charles Payne, bro. Let me just tell you, Charles Payne, as an ape to talking to you, sir. Thank you so much for what you do for this movement. Thank you so much for what you do for this community. I watch you as much as I can, and I cannot believe the support that you've given us. So thank you, sir. I know you're probably not going to watch this, but that's okay. But I just want to thank you for putting out good information and unbiased information and not being bought.
I tell you, the fire that he releases has been giving me fire. I mean, the community gives me this fire. If anybody's been following me, a lot of people didn't even know who I was prior to this last week or two. A lot of people have been following me since, for a long time. But I tell you what, Mr. Payne, I'd love to come on your show because your fire fires me. Like, your energy is what's giving me even more energy. It's guys like you that I inspire to be like too. So,
and you know what? You said that you got limited to time on Bannon's show, right? On War Room. You know what? Maybe you can reach out to him. Do you have a way of going live like this?
I don't necessarily know.
You know what? If I would be down to get Bannon, because I saw him go on to another channel, another stream, and it was way more upbeat than obviously mine is. But he can pop into a Discord or a Zoom call, and he can talk to us apes with you on here again. Maybe you can have some more time with him. I can open up that floor for you guys. Now, obviously, I'm a small channel. We should definitely try to get like trades or shoot, Claybro with his 25,000 subscribers, not 25, 25,000 subscribers. Yeah, but you know, we want people to see this. We want people to see this information, and maybe you won't have a time limit or be limited on what you could say because of your time limit. You know, obviously right now we've been live for almost 2 hours, and we're talking about this passionate stuff, and I love this. This is what needs to be given out. So if anyone knows him, obviously you have ties to him. If you want to talk to him and say, hey, do you want to get on the channel where we can actually talk freely? You know, because we don't have a time limit. We have 2 hours, 5 hours, whatever you guys want to do. I'm going to 3 a.m. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Charles Payne loves the retail investor, and I'm sure he'd love to add to his pool of guests. I could not agree with you more. No offense taken, Cat. LML Brett. Yeah, I heard that Jimmy Chill. He's such a boomer. No offense to any boomers in here. The day you're most likely to paper hand is the first day they're just emboldening us. Okay. Now, also, guys, paper hands. My buddy Glizzy came on, and he told me about a really cool way of saying paper hands, and I love it because I'm an Office fan. It's Dunder Mittens. Come on, guys. If we're a meme stock, let's make it funny. Don't be no paper hand. Don't be no Dunder Mitten. Big dog stocks in the house. What's going on, bro? Thank you so much for stopping by. We got the AMC Marine here chilling with us for a little bit longer. I do want to tell you guys that I will have to get off here in a few minutes and end my stream for the night so that I can get some sleep, or actually so that I can do some research before I get some sleep. I do need to wake up. Need to wake up in the pre-market and see what I'm going to do with my options and see what the plays are for the day outside of AMC. Every one of you guys, again, thank you so much for stopping by. The Marine. Is there any other before we end this and give these guys some time to talk amongst themselves in my live chat while some music is playing? Is there anything that you want to say? Is there anything you want to tell the apes watching or the future apes that are going to watch this live stream down the road?
Keep doing your convictions. You know, for yourself in your mind and your heart, you can feel it. What you're feeling, keep to it. Keep to those convictions, those commitments you made. Don't let anything alter it. Don't let anything be said that would alter it. You're going to decide that. You have the power to. And love on everybody. There will be new people. There's tons of them. I'm getting them in my DMs. Help everybody like you've been doing. Encourage folks. And then just be an advocate. What you feel and you hear, don't be afraid to tell people. I was just telling my dentist yesterday while I was sitting in the chair, my hygienist. She was all excited, and then the lady up front overheard it. And I went up to tell her. I said, well, what's the number I was texting you at? And she's like, oh, yeah, I want to see your video. Send that to me, because she overheard the conversation.
Okay.
Like, works.
You know, it's funny that you said that too, because I mean, I in my job I have a TV up, a flat screen that I have either Mac cores up usually, but Claybro has been doing his bell to bells in the morning, or morning streams into the after hours with a little break, and so I have him up there. And I had a customer come in that I've worked with them before, and they came in and I had Kleber up muted, and he was doing his thing, and they were like, "Oh, you watch Kleber? You must be an AMC." I was like, "What? Of course I'm an ape. You don't even know who you just stumbled upon, do you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's Kleber. That's the reason why I have my channel myself." It was amazing to see that, you know, apes are everywhere. I have, you know, Diamond Hand Wall Street bets on my truck. I have I Like the Stock. I got AMC on my truck. You know, I gotta put Kleber's. Wait, where is it? Wait, right there. I got this. I gotta put Kleber's sticker on my truck. I haven't done that yet. I need to. But yeah, it's just this runs so deep. This is amazing, the community that we have. So, the AMC Marine, bro, we appreciate you so much for coming on. We appreciate you for giving all the information that you gave. 100%, I would love to have you on again. The information that you have and the knowledge that you can spread to these apes, I believe, is super beneficial. And I'd love to schedule another stream with you. Maybe we can do a video together. I actually haven't made a video before. I mean, I had my premiere video that M. James helped me out with. And I have all the software to do it. I just, I haven't had something to say that wasn't on a live stream, but I do have some things that I've been writing out. So maybe we can do a video together. Maybe we can do another live stream together, get some more information out there. But yeah, man, go ahead.
So since you said that, Notorious was on. I don't know if he's still on now. I know he came on a little bit there, more than likely. We are working on, especially with the nonprofit, we are working on a podcast that we're going to be getting put together here. And my hopes, did I lose you? You still there?
What? Yeah, no, you're still here.
Okay. Anyway, my hopes, though, this is just kind of forward thinking. My hopes is like, you know, folks that are encouraged like you know, coming out and creating yours and really getting into it. I think this is episode 9 or 10, if I'm understanding correctly. That's how you start, right? And so I know Notorious and I were talking, and possibly with someone else, of creating a podcast as well. And my hopes are is we can get folks like you. There's some other guys that reached out to me, some of the bigger accounts, and maybe even do a roundtable. Like, I would love nothing more than to have like Rogue Legacy, Mask Investor, Matt Kors, yourself. I mean, there's
Big Dog Stocks, Gorilla Investments.
Yes, and just have like freaking 12 of us, dude, around a damn round table.
Cindy,
like
Mick.
Yep. And just get us all in on one, man, and just have a blast. And I'd love to chat with you. In fact, Notorious had texted me, and early on he says, "Oh, I could talk to this dude." And I said, "I know you can." So he's going to want to do that. So I put that out there, man. I don't have a problem here in the future. I will be taking a break here for about 11 days, but I'll be quiet. Well, it's hard for me to be quiet on Twitter, but
I feel you.
I gotta promise the wife to give her more attention. But yeah, for sure, let's do this again. This is what gives me energy, by the way. I do these things because I know it's probably helping, even if it's just helping one of you. That's all that matters to me. I don't care
if one
of you
learns something.
One person learns something, or one person gets encouraged or inspired. That's why I do this. It's coming from that side of me, the heart.
Jackson Hunter as well, and Kleber. Let's get Kleber on there too. Let's get Jackson Hunter on there. Let's get everyone on there. Let's get people knowing information. All these guys have different information in their head. We gotta get this out. Me,
yes.
I just love spreading this information. And we got another subscriber for the end. That means I gotta take a shot. I'm gonna take one more shot with you before we end this. All right, this is what we're gonna do, guys. So yes, again, I appreciate that you coming on here. I appreciate you reaching out and wanting to come on here. I love this community so much. I love how interconnected we are. That's not a word, but I'm gonna make it a word. I love how we were coming together. Yeah, exactly.
Coffee. I want to make sure that people that spend 2 hours. The Marine doesn't drink anymore. It's coffee, I promise. But out of respect for him and his gin, I'm having coffee with him. Sorry, I know we're getting to the end.
Oh, it's okay. I just took that shot.
Ugh.
But yeah, I can't wait to get everyone together. The more people, the better. Now, I do like, us being all in one roof kind of scares me a little bit, because I think that we're kind of heavy hitters now in this bad boy. You know, obviously Trade the Matt Kors is the heaviest of them all, but we don't want to, we gotta. The podcast would be great. We can even do a linked up podcast just by Zoom calls and by Discord calls. I can have up to 49 people in a Zoom call, by the way.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I'm not necessarily in the same building, but like, you know, everybody connected around the table. You know, I mean, you look at the space.
Okay.
On Twitter, it does like 11 people, and you got those 11 people talking. But I just thought it would be really freaking cool, you know. And that's if we can get all of them willing to do it. But every one of them, because they were willing to step up. None of us existed doing this prior to AMC that I know of.
Right.
You know, this is making us. AMC is making us too. Like it's making who we are. We're able to bring out that creative side of us, and I freaking love it. And everybody plays a part. I just thought for the community, you know, like a crossover, and just it's something I've been thinking about. As soon as we can get our side going on the podcast, I'm gonna push for it. I've already started that. I reached out to 3 of the guys. They still haven't responded. I'm probably still a small fly or small flea to them. But hopefully I'll get their attention. But God, it would be something awesome just to have all of us at once. And maybe with a live chat where people can ask questions and just make it fun for the community. So sounds like you'd be on board.
Oh yeah, I'm on board to get this out there. I'm on board as much as I possibly can. You know, my job is right now with the staffing that we have, I lend out a lot of my teammates to other stores to make sure that the stores are running correctly and actually just open in general. So I've taken on, you know, every day except for Sunday, working open to close so that I can make sure that my stores or the stores in the market are running correctly, not just mine. And but I can definitely try to move some stuff around if it needs to be in the daytime. I'm open to that. I can get here and get on and talk to any of you guys. So yes, I'm definitely down for that, and I appreciate you considering me for that position. So on that note, bro, we're gonna call it a night for you. If you want to, do you have an outro? Do you have something that you say to these people?
I do all the time. My Marine out. That's it.
All right, bro. You have a good one.
All right. See you.
All right, guys. That, man, I can't believe he came on and did this for us. That was amazing. He reached out to me, and I was instantly on board. Yes. I want you on here. I want your information. I want your energy. So, what we should take away from this today, guys. A lot of information was put into our heads. We've been brainwashed into being in debt. They're gonna hammer us harder with psychological warfare. They're gonna hit us with more of these tricks they got up their sleeves, and we're gonna gobble up whatever they put out. We're not scared of them anymore. You know, the new waves that are coming in here. Yes, I understand. They might be scared. They might be nervous. But you know what? Come to us. Talk to us. Talk to the seasoned vets. Talk to me. Talk to M. James. Talk to the Marine, XXX the Marine, XXX. Talk to Sydney Mick. Talk to Claybro. Listen to Trades and Matt Kors. Maybe you might not be able to talk to them. Transparency definitely can. Talk to Transparency. Talk to Rocket. So, talk to all of us, guys. We're gonna be good to you. And this was an amazing stream. I saw we hit 30 at one point, guys. You guys are amazing. I need to go drink lots of water and eat food before I go to bed because I am going to have a major hangover tomorrow, and I work open to close, and I'm gonna come back in here and talk to you beautiful apes. So before I leave, I want to get some shout outs out because I haven't been doing that in the past. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. God wins. Thank you so much for the subscription 4 minutes ago. I appreciate you, bro. Mikey Stew, thank you so much for stopping by. Kat, thank you so much for stopping by. It's all psychological warfare. There's no reason to look at the ticker if you're holding unless you're looking for a sale. Couldn't agree with you more. We want Kat on the next live stream. She has a lot to say. Kat, hit me up. Twitter my DMs right here. The AMC Vigilante. You might have to follow me first, and yeah, I don't know how that works. Stu Cut. Yeah, Claybro's a good one. He definitely is, man. I wouldn't be here without him. Natalie Hess. Thank you for stopping by. Love the Claybro love coming my way. Lisa Fontaine. With her wrench that she didn't think that she had. She does, though. She's been a big supporter of the Vigilante as well. Brett TX. Cookie. Best hype man since Flava Flav. I could not agree with you more. She's been hyping up the channel so much. Cookie, thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you for posting everyone's information in there. Keep it up. Mod it up. Mod gang. Jody Ramsey again coming in clutch. Upped STP. Big stock stop coming in here and stopping by. Claybro coming by and stopping in. All shout outs to all you guys. Shout outs to everyone. Shout outs to all my apes. Oh, I am fucked up right now. I'm gonna go get lifted and eat some food, guys. So let's get our stuff rolling. Let's get our information. Let's get our music ready to get played. Let's get the volume up a little bit, and we're gonna switch this off. we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thank you, all of you, for stopping by. Thank you for listening to what I had to say, and thank you for listening to what the AMC Marine had to say. Triple X the Marine, Triple X. Follow him on Twitter. Let's get that love out there. Let's get that awareness out there. Let's get that AMC passion out there, guys. So, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. I love you all so much. And as always, stay vigilant.
Things I think about must be something I can live without. Sometimes I wake up and I start to doubt. Just know that, baby, I love you, I had to get it out. And every day I wake up knowing that I'm fucked up. I hate I'm never lucky, got me screaming fuck luck. I just need an easy way to unplug. And sometimes I just need a really long hug. Yeah, the last girl broke me, I'm giving you a chance. Oh, please be different, something else than them. Ooh, girl, I need you, please, oh, girl, I need you, come with me. Yeah, the last girl broke me, I'm giving you a chance. Oh, please be different, something else than them. Ooh, girl, I need you, please, oh, girl, I need you, come with me. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you're fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you're fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She live up in the hills, she gotta pay her bills. She got an attitude on God, that's why she taking pills. She got her OnlyFans, don't judge when you a fan. Designer on demand, life's hard without a plan. She in the hills, she in LA, if you got drugs, pass it away. She want the bands up in the safe, she wanna know where she can stay. Everything she wanted, lifestyle on point, and try to fall in love when she's so private and so boring. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you're fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you're fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans.
She only call me late night when I'm drifting away. I sent a double text and all she said was okay. Don't care about no one's feelings, she only wanna check. She went and turned into a fucking money maniac. Lil' shawty bougie, but then she bad. And if she only cared, I'd be the best she's ever fucking had. I wanna ride, hop on a wave, jump on a flight, shawty, let's rage. And if you let me rock this evening, we gon' spend it on the weekend, yeah.
She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you're fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans. She on the gram without a plan, now she got her OnlyFans. She want the bands, now you're fan, out here flexing on the gram. She only draws a foreign, call you when she is bored, and she never had a plan. She got her OnlyFans.
Today, my friends and family, my fellow Gorilla Gang, we're back again to give you a little more of an update on ticker symbol AMC. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead fucking cat, guys. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. We got a George W. Foreman here. Not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat. perish. It's gonna go ape shit. Hope you guys like that. Not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead fucking cat, guys. Not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead fucking cat, guys. Not a dead cat, not a dead cat. This is not a dead cat, not a dead cat, not a dead cat. And we got a George W. The big fat, you know what it is, George W.